news. The demon hunting is off the table.
The only person who's I'm gonna ask to change the display picture is Evie.
Because I have
Fucking
Oh,
Google.
the cactus. Oh, yeah, sorry.
But everyone else is fine because I know changing them around is a little of a nuance. So I'm not gonna ask you to do something I
I
wouldn't.
don't like You don't like my cactus?
I need some level of like at least something serious.
How
Semi-serious.
dare you?
Those are very serious googly eyes, you fascist.
Here, will this suffice?
I don't even know what the fuck that is.
It's a seal.
Oh, okay. Fuck. I don't know, man. That's borderline.
Yeah, that's what I want to do today. Exactly that.
Baby seal.
It's so
It's
borderline.
nothing.
Hold on, I have to ask the expert about this. Danny, what do you think?
Let me see.
It's a baby seal. There's nothing wrong with this photo.
I gotta ask my expert. He knows a thing or two about pictures.
This looks mad familiar. I'm not gonna lie to you, Evie. Something about this.
There's nothing wrong with it.
Jordan. You're just fucking gaslighting us.
All right. Sorry, I just sending out text messages and whatnot. Who do we do? Who do we go first for it? Danny, I'm gonna hold you off. Probably a little bit towards the end. A little bit towards the end of the rotation. I'm still talking with Bunny if they're gonna be here today or not, which means I'd have to play their character again.
Okay.
I like to start with Falcone.
All right.
Oh,
That, and then we're going to Edmund. Because Edmund also has a very
being
important
spicy today.
So, this is the start of the third week. What I'm gonna do different for you guys in terms of like week orientation is I will let you guys choose what day in the week that activity you do per week takes place. So you guys have more agency over it. So Falcone, you said overall you wanted to go demon hunting again, right?
Well, you don't buff up your combat stats and then not use them.
Of course not. No. So, do you have a specific
72
date?
max hit points.
Do you have a specific date that you want to try out?
Evie, what's a holy day?
Sunday?
No.
No, that's too obvious.
I was gonna be like, demon hunting? Do I have a job for you?
You have a demon?
How about Wednesday?
Okay. So, let me get my note and keep that down. Falcone on a Wednesday. Okay.
All right, lads.
Hold on.
You have your demon infestation?
Hold on, Danny. Hold on 1 second. It's kind of you were kind of like going exactly where I'm going because I was going to ask Falcone, how do you want to approach the idea of demon hunting? You have Brother Timothy, who's not really involved with it, and you have Nero, who's head over heels in it.
All right, Nero. Where exactly can we find one of these demons? I found one a few weeks ago, but it wasn't much.
And as you come, so as for Nero, right, Father Falcone, you like in the afternoon have been walking throughout the church, and Nero has his like own side office. It's just not really was an office to begin with. It's more like a small bedroom because that's what it's supposed to be, like a hospice mixed with a church. So he's fixed his own room, and as you enter the room, you see him working on like a rather two wooden side small table, and he's gunsmithing some of the weapons that had been used in the recent arc, like of the earlier week, the week earlier. So as you walk in and you ask him, "Hey, do you know any other demons?" He side glances at you and goes, "Yeah, of course I know where some demons are. Well, I mean, I don't know where they are exactly, but I do know there's a bigger, fatter demon somewhere. He was looking for you." He stops. "Oh yeah, that's right. That Lance fella." He points at you, Falcone. "Did I tell you that Lance told the demon that he wanted to hunt you or something?"
No. No, wait. Well,
You already know
What?
this, don't you?
no, I think we've only talked about it out of character.
Yeah,
Now,
I
what
think-
exactly?
Hmm?
Now, what exactly do you mean that a demon is hunting me and Lance McKinley is once again involved?
Well, I honestly don't. I didn't actually hear Lance say a name to the demon. I'm kind of taking a
No, he fucking said it.
Hold
I
on.
know him.
I'm kind of taking a hypothetical guess over here, because the demon yelled Father Falcone repeatedly.
Oh, yeah. That's not good now, is it? Yeah, can't quite get in the voice tonight. is it?
So I do have an idea, an itching where we're probably gonna be killing is that demon.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's kind of the job, isn't it?
Well, what job? The demon hunting is a sort of side project that I do. My real job is working for the Cardinals, doing hits, cleaning bodies, the usual, gun trading.
We don't do hits, we solve problems.
You're right. We
You
deploy
know what
religious persuasion. That's what we call it.
If a woman asks what I was doing last Sunday, I was doing Bible study.
Bible clamp.
So,
Yeah.
I don't really have any leads we can work on, but I suppose we can go through district to district to try to find a demon, the demon. Though Lance said that he had some sort of trick that he wanted to use in order to find it immediately. He kept boasting about it.
Do we know Lance's phone number? Do we know if Lance paid his phone bill? Let me start there.
Lance doesn't have a phone. He has like the
He
car
has a
radio,
flip
but it
phone.
doesn't work either.
Oh, my radio still doesn't work?
Because it
Well,
wasn't
it
working.
might be
It wasn't
harder to
working
get a
before
hold of
you.
him than, isn't it?
Well, yeah. Lance is poor.
Now,
Lance is so
what would,
thrashingly poor.
now, what would poor people... Oh, he's in West Bay. What would poor people go to cover... Oh, of course he's in West Bay. Damn poor. Quick,
Ah,
throw
great.
him,
We go there, we're going to get mugged.
throw him 5 pieces of gold. Just so we care.
So yeah, we can
And then we
go
hoard
the
5
like
points.
Lance seemed pretty convinced that he knew a technique or something like that would specifically find the demon.
Well, then we should probably track him down. Any suggestions?
Sorry, hold on.
Alistair might know what he is.
Alistair is a good idea. Aren't they good
Alistair-
buddy?
I mean, no,
Yeah,
what now?
pretty friendly.
Okay. Well, we could always go to West Bay. I mean, we know where he is, where he lives.
Yeah, well, I assume he's going to be at his house now, doesn't it?
Well,
He's probably out ruining someone else's life.
We were at his house. I'm ruining my life, aren't I?
I am.
It's just like
Lance. Hold on, that's you guys
Oh.
are standing around like a counter. I'm ruining, like Lance says, I'm ruining my life, aren't I? The camera panels over
I'm
to
ruining my
the anthropomorphic wolf and goes, I am an anthropomorphic wolf mercenary bounty hunter sent to kill you. And now I'm trying to make you toast. I don't think you understand how much I hate my life.
Lost all control of my life.
Yeah, he's making pudding. Why the fuck are you making pudding? I've lost all control, man. Anyway.
How many eggs did you get?
Not even. He's not even making good pudding either. He's just making like like Dollar Tree instant pudding.
Well, that's what they can only
No,
afford.
no. It's like, you know, like the chocolate pudding from Jell-O. It's
Yeah.
like not even like an off-store brand. It's it's like a third world nation knockoff. So it has like foreign characters on it.
Nah, man, it's just by Miser's choice.
It's just Jello and Moonspeak.
So what do you want to do, Falcone, to get us back on track for a bit? Do you want to try to blindly look for the demon, or pursue Lance and try to figure out where Lance is?
Oh no, this is his mess. He's helping. Let's
Okay.
pursue Lance.
So then, with Lance, you have a few options. We can travel straight to his house, or you can travel towards Caribbean, or even call Alistair first to see if he's at his house.
Let's call Alistair and see if he's at his house.
Okay. You walk over to your phone, and I'm gonna have to roll event dice because we don't know exactly what Alistair is doing at this current moment. Even the player doesn't.
Mm.
So I'm gonna ask Loon. No, sorry. I'm gonna ask Alistair one question. Are you still studying? Or do you have a different
Yeah.
agenda for Alistair this week, Loon?
Well, since he heard about those demons, he can't those experiments. He can't simply let that slide. So he's gonna go. You guessed it, the Falcone and or Lance for help on that Wednesday.
Well, it doesn't have to be on the Wednesday specific, but it could be throughout any time of the week. And
Monday, Tuesday.
Say happy days.
yeah, you managed to, Falcone, call Alistair in between him like bouncing in between his house looking for clues and doing college work. And Alistair, you were just about to duck out to your building before you start to hear your phone ring.
Ring, 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 ring. I am your phone. Ring, 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 ring. Someone's calling. Ring, 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 ring.
Let's answer that.
Falcone connected to Alistair.
Hello? Hello, is this working? Goddamn devil technology.
Vincent, is that you?
Oh, all right, it's working. Yes, Alistair, it's me. I need to talk to you. Lance fucked up again. Again.
We
Gotta
just
get some.
we just
I'm gonna
got
get-
home from that scary lab. What happened this time?
All right, well, I only have this as a second-hand account, but apparently, Lance dropped my name to a giant demon. Yeah.
In the background, you hear Nero go, "Yeah, it was at least 10 feet taller than a regular Hellbeast."
Oh, that's concerning.
Fucking like Nero, or not Nero, like
What do you
Falcone
mean it was
left.
taller? The character limit is 10 feet.
You see Nero adjust his glasses. Well, according to this fancy little book, it's entitled with redacted _redacted. It's called the script. It says here that NPCs can bypass certain rulings depending on debuffs.
They're always one step ahead of me.
Back to the
You
conversation.
know you can do
again.
that because.
All right, yeah, but Alistair,
Oh wait, he's not on.
common sense is I probably shouldn't have taught this thing as alone.
Huh?
Common sense says he shouldn't attack it alone.
Okay.
Fair, Vincent, I did say a helping you return for coming with me to that lab, so of course I'll help you.
Oh, delightful. Now, do you know how to get a hold of Lance? We'll get the entire band back together.
Well, I should probably check Travail PD. I mean, after what happened, I bet I'm one of there to like write down what happened as well.
Well,
Make a
probably
rope.
be a wise idea.
Maybe I can get Juniper to help us too.
Falcone,
more the merrier.
Falcone, when you hear the mention of paperwork and the Travail Police Department, you suddenly have a guilty remembrance that they've been sending you letters about coming back to write your account.
Oh.
One of the Lance also called Falcone randomly to tell us to do the same thing.
Listen, I'm not filling out any damn paperwork. I don't care if there's a mystery box, all right?
What's in the mystery box? It could be even more paperwork.
Could be a boat.
But yeah, let's continue. Sorry, guys. Let's continue on. So yeah, Alistair drops the hint that you guys can call the police department and deal with them to try to find Lance, and Alistair has agreed to help out. If Alistair, before you like wholeheartedly agree to it, if you jump onto this agenda, you can't do anything else throughout this week. Are you sure?
Yeah, that'll be Alistair's duty.
Okay. So Alistair is formally going to join the demon hunting. And
Yeah.
before I go on to any other characters, is it specifically probably gonna have to check with Danny the most? Will you be trying to do something different this week?
Me?
Yes.
Well, originally I was gonna plan for Lance to do
The City
that
Hall
stuff I mentioned. Yeah, like literally on Thursday. So that just kind of lines up. Because Lance was gonna try to spend some time with his new roommates. Like, so what did you do before you became this thing? Try to kill you? I meant before that. Kill people. Okay, how about like a childhood? I killed a dog once. What the fuck is wrong with
So no, but yeah, we can do that. We can do that when we get to you.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to get across is the same thing I just talked about with Alistair. He can't do anything after, even if it was on a Saturday. He can't do anything more. You only have one decision per week.
Well, you know, this puts it in perfect in line with Lance and trying to do anything with West Bay. So if this all does happen, I'm not mad for it. I'll just roll with him.
So okay,
Like,
you're willing
whatever.
to.
It took this long for him to get back home. How long is it gonna take for him to pay his rent?
Okay, so you're really gonna try to go to pay your rent.
Well, Lance would have wanted to, but if they all just jumped onto his lap about it, like, fine. To pay off Nero, I'll do this.
Wait, Nero, let's see all your money. Wait, how are
No,
you getting money out of him? He's poor.
Don't worry about it.
He's exploring the poor again. Quick, get the punishment cross. No, sorry, not the punishment cross. Get it
The
attached
cross of
to
triumph.
No, the bodal of triumph. It's just a big bodal. They just attach it to it like a chain to his neck.
Alright.
There we go.
So Alistair and Falcone are gonna do that. We will catch up. So we're gonna catch up more about the details of what's gonna look like for you guys hunting and getting to Lance. I just need to know, Falcone, will you pick up Alistair?
Yeah, I think we can pick up Alistair. He's being
Okay. So it'll
nice
take you-
enough to help us.
Yeah, it'll take you guys some time then. We're gonna go over to Edmund and roleplay at our scene Edmund out for the Sauntering Stallion. This is canonically considered right after the morning after the event.
All right.
You haven't seen the Sauntering Stallion for like at least 2 days now because you slept out somewhere else, and you're making your way back on the side probably. I'm assuming Saturday morning or something. How do you feel walking up to the Sauntering Stallion, seeing that the story even hasn't Groomtongue hasn't moved the really obvious plaque that says open and closed? He's kept it flipped that says closed, so he hasn't even opened shop yet.
Good. Edmund is going to walk in like he owns the damn place.
Cool. You reach over and you feel the door locked.
This ain't good.
It's never locked.
The front door is locked. How do you want to get in?
Edmund is going to. What do we know? What time it is?
I'm glad you asked. Someone has a pocket watch on them.
Edmund does not.
Wait, I thought you carried it around with you.
Nope, I can only carry 2 relics.
It wasn't a relic though, was it? I didn't make it a relic.
Yeah, it was a rare relic. Yeah, because it could tell time accurately. No matter where you were, it could tell the proper time.
Okay. I didn't intend for it to be a relic. Like, it's not an artifact.
And it's our as it.
Yeah, Okay, well, let's leave it at that. But I will tell you that for like, your note keeping, it's not supposed to be a relic or an artifact because you specifically asked for a non like combat or relic weapon item related. So yeah, specifically, it's just like it's supposed to be like an item you can just use willy nilly, and I gave its property because specifically you didn't ask for something like a relic. So I was like, why not? I'll just tack it on. But yeah, you don't have the pocket watch on you. You tap your body for it, and then you instinctively remember you gave it to Anatar. You're still outside. It is cold. Well, no, it's warm actually. Sorry, I'm thinking of current weather, but no, this is still in July, so it's a nice, hazy morning. Yeah, see, even Game Night says it. The watch wasn't a relic; it was an accessory. See?
Oh, well, Edmund's gonna pound on the door.
After a few moments from your initial pounding on the door unlocks from behind, and you see Grimtongue open. Ah, Master Miles, welcome back, wayward soul. What do we owe the company of having you returning to us?
Where's Anatar?
Master, the Lord of Gifts is currently residing in his bedroom chambers. He is still asleep and will be asleep if he looks at his wrist for another 25 minutes on the nose.
Ah, good. I'm going to go wake him up.
Master Edmund, no, Miles, sorry, Master Miles, as you walk past him, might I remind you how he, took it the last time? There's a brief memory of when you opened the door to Anatar's chambers about a few minutes before he was scheduled to, quote, wake up, and you were greeted with an alarm clock that flew next to your head with the golden characters slurring in words that you swear that would be considered a slur in a different English language, but he's speaking in something you don't know.
He's still going to. Trust me. Let's just say I have a gift for him.
As you go up, like as you walk past Grimtongue, going past the kitchen because that's where that long hallway is, leading to the right bound, going up to the staircase. You feel Grimtongue walking behind you. He's keeping good pace with you. He doesn't protest verbally anymore, but you can feel his presence just telling you specifically he doesn't think this is a smart move. As you make your way up
Oh,
to, sorry.
It's gonna be a smart move, all right.
Well, he doesn't feel it, but he doesn't voice himself. You make your way up the staircase, and upon immediately getting to the second floor, you can see Anatar's bedrooms all the way down the hallway. You walk down the long hallway, still feeling the presence of Grimtongue falling behind you. Just ever more getting worried as you get closer and closer to Anatar's bed chambers. Finally, when you get there,
Grimtongue, I know you're worried, but trust me, I guarantee you it's going to be fine. I think he's going to be happy to see me.
Well, yes, the Lord of Gifts did proclaim how concerned he was about you. You know how he takes his warnings, is all.
Oh yeah. We can give him his favorite wine once he wakes up, but
yeah, you're at the door now.
He's just gonna swing open the door.
To visualize what Anatar, the Lord of Gifts room looks like, is to envision a small palace designed in a hotel that wasn't supposed to be here in the first place. Its dimensions nearly portray the reality of where it is, with clever architectural design from hand and craftsmanship that may never be seen again in this world. Grimtongue specifically says that the room itself wasn't designed like this, and Anatar had actually worked on it on his own. How long it took to create this room and illusions within it are unknown to anyone but Anatar. But the room speaks and breathes of an atmosphere and spacing that does not encapsulate you in just a two-story hotel room. It is rather as if you were standing up, like you were in a, what's it called?
Bourgeois.
No. Hold on, Dan.
A two-floor suite?
No, hold on. The room is designed like a Roman temple, where you have like each each like 20 feet apart, where there's like large pillars, and the kind of outside mega building kind of structure. But the architectural design leads it off to believe that there's more space in the west, east, and north walls where there isn't, because it's just a wall. But somehow, by either magic, trickery, paint, uh, Anatar has Picasso the shit out of like 4D graphics. And so it's as if he is sleeping on top of a mountain in this large temple dedicated to him. And I call that as subtle as I can be that he's Sauron.
Edmund is going
You get a
to
better job
walk,
than the
Edmund's
rest.
going to walk up
Thank
to
you.
Anatar's bed.
You don't even get past fucking foot through the door until you see the vision of like. So when you look at Anatar's bed, right, it's about 120 feet deep into the room, and it is this. It is its own throne of like delicate fabrics. It hangs in different corners of the bed, and it's clearly larger than the door frame that it fucking fit through. So it leaves you to wonder where the fuck it came from. But as soon as you put just a fucking inch through the doorway, Edmund, Anatar jumps up and his bed turns from a golden, relaxing setting to a sudden red and furious fire. And he just grabs the nearest alarm clock, which happens to be on a really standard looking nightstand that doesn't actually fit the room whatsoever, and throws it at you. You can make a dexterity
This is
check to
fine.
dodge.
This is fine.
You can make a dexterity check to dodge or use a reaction.
I'm actually going to make a
Alcatraz.
dex check. I'm actually going to make a dex check to catch the thing.
Roll me.
I was hoping
give me
you'd
a
take
nine.
your 9mm and shoot at it.
What is? Wait, before you say anything, what's the thing that pass?
A 9.
A 9?
A 9.
Oh, I'm junctioning.
No worries. You can junction.
We're all anime heroes users here. I'm junctioning with range.
Good call. 10. Nice. So, as the alarm clock flies through the air, it's funny enough that the alarm clock wasn't actually aiming for you. It kind of misses you because Anatar himself is just barely waking up and reacting. You actually reach your right hand to grab it before it hit Grimtongue, Edmund.
Now, you see, Anatar, I learned my lesson from the last time.
Grimtongue winces as he sees you catch it. Thank you, Master Miles. The redness around Anatar's bed doesn't dissipate, and he looks at you almost like with you know how the angry, sleepy face is, like he's just cursing at you with his facial structure, like facial feature, and he goes, "What is it that you wake me so early for, Edmund?"
Evan's gonna walk into the room. So you know how you contacted me, and I kind of like pushed off your questions about the Cimmeril. I'm not exactly going to admit in a public area in front of people, and Edmund's going to pull out the Cimmerillus.
Before you do all that, I want to walk you through the scene a bit more. So, in between when you're talking, I want you to imagine that Edmund's gliding across this grayish tile set. You can hear your footsteps echo with your voice. It's not like your voice is echoing as walls would bounce it off. It's echoing outward, giving into that illusion you're on a mountain. And I want you to now roll an intelligence check for me. You have to pass a 10 to remember that you're not, whisked away somewhere else.
All right, can I junction this?
Yes, you can.
Because that is a very high intelligence check.
Correct.
I didn't even need to junction it, but I'm going to just junction it with intelligence and power.
Okay, 18. Very nice. It's very hard for you. Well, I mean, you rolled an 18 here. Still, like your success description reads, it's very hard for anyone to have perceived, that this room, as being as deep as you are, that you weren't in the hotel, you weren't in the hotel anymore. but a quick glance behind you breaks the illusion for you that you are still grounded in the hotel, as the door,
Yep.
unfortunately, isn't changed. You make two and two that Anatar has some sort of real good power, or has manipulated this area long enough, but can't do something about the door because it's not in his realm.
Before Edmund's just gonna cut off halfway, he's gonna be like, you know how and cut off halfway once he did this and goes,
Mhm.
you know, we might be able to replace that door, make it look more. Anyway, I'm not going to admit in a public area around people
He rubs his
that
eyes.
I have the Cimaril.
What? He like rubs. He was rubbing his right eye and goes, "Oh, Cimmerel." He gets really alert. The color around him dissipates from a red and goes back to his very calming, near enchanting and attractive yellow energy.
Yeah, Evan's gonna pull it out of his suit pocket or his like jacket pocket,
Okay, so
the inside jacket pocket.
let me
He's
zoom
gonna.
in to our characters. Let me lower this Twitch stream and my Discord. Okay, here we are. And over YouTube. Sorry, I'm gonna just set up the same real quick. Where is Anatar? Here we go. Let's just get 2 copies.
Because I remember specifically the last time you told me that if I found out any news about concerning, or if I had the Cimaril, to come wake you up from your slumber.
So you take it out, and you can see just Anatar's visage change from that yellow to, I want to say, like a mixture of that red earlier and that yellow, but it's it's more about passion. It's more about this primal joy that you see go across his face. Because for Anatar, it's just a step closer to his true plans as he reaches ever so slowly and dramatically to whisk away the Cimrillas from your hand. Ah, Edmund, do you know what you've done to alleviate the stress on my heart?
Well, funny, you won't believe how I came across it. Literally, some robotic bird dropped it off. Apparently, someone had the Cimaril and wanted it. I don't think it was Gregor. I think it was whoever, you know. Well, you and I both know that Gregor perished. But
perished? Is that what you say of my brother?
Well, yeah, you felt that he died. You felt that his Cimaril.
No. I understood that he had undergone death, but you can't simply kill Gregor. No. He reaches over to so he has like the nightstand on his left that looks really out of place and just put there, and then he has a war on his right where he leans over, kind of opens up a drawer next to him, and then takes out a pre-prepared cup of wine because that's how Anatar rolls. He already has it poured. No.
You have
see,
a nightcap in the morning.
I mean, with such wonderful news, he takes from underneath his pillow the other half of the Cimrillas and joins them together. And a bright brilliance of yellow, like light, blinds you, but Anatar watches with pure like a pure like enjoyment, ecstaticness, as the twin halves finally emerge as one again. Oh, look how she shines, Edmund. Look at how wonderful she is. And he lifts up the Cimrillis. It now kind of has its own gravity as it hovers in place. It nearly rotates on an axis you can't see, but it shines even better than it has ever.
I do know where the third is kept.
Yes.
However,
You've
that's not going to be easy.
You've told me that an Allura Flame Wrath is the one who holds my final piece.
Yeah. Do you know who Aloris Flame Wrath is.
Grimtongue has given me a small update. Isn't that right, Grimtongue? And he drinks back the wine, just enjoying the mood. Come, come, Edmund. He pats his spot next to him, right next to his bed. Come sit with me. Oh, Grimtongue.
Edmund's not gonna sit on his bed because he's wearing like dirty boots, but he's like gonna stand near.
Edmund, I assist. Come, come, sit. You have brought me such a wonderful gift. I don't matter the sheets. Grimtongue can clean them later. Grimtongue, you can sit too, at the edge of the bed. Right there, yes. And Grimtongue
At the edge of the bed like a dog.
Yep. I'm just in such a great mood, Grimtongue.
Oh yeah.
Which being you.
Unfortunately, your good news is about to turn into really bad news.
Well, even more the reason for you to sit next to me. Now park yourself.
I died.
He's like halfway through drink. Excuse me? You can't be dead if you're standing in front of me. Don't give me a heart attack like that. He goes back to drink some more.
No, I mean, like, I actually died. I was brought back from the brinks.
You were brought, and then your ribcage starts.
Another minute, and one more minute, and I wouldn't be standing here in front of you.
Then what brought you to such closeness of death?
I went to go help Lance and the other members of Squad Zero rescue that detective fella.
I went about that. I was there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. You don't know what happened before and why I was missing.
I think we're going to tell me the details later.
No, I was going to ask you the details when you came, and here we are. So do explain yourself. I mean, the Simrillis, he looks at it, is wonderful. But your own health, he looks back at you, is an also concern of mine. I can't just have my best man drop on me as such. Not without some penance. To the criminals who've done it.
Does Edmund... So you said Edmund has his you said he was full healed and stuff, but is he scarred, like physically scarred?
So would you like to roll for it, or would you like to have it?
I would just like to have it. Like,
cool. What would you like to have?
Where he got bit by Fear of the Dark.
So how large of a bite wound? Do you want to be realistic to what he bit you, or something that's comparable to like a reasonable size for you?
Realistic to what he did.
Okay, so it'd be like a 10-inch bite, as if a great white bit you. You would be missing like a good portion of your upper chest.
Oh no!
Because you know how like,
but it's like,
you know how like
it's scarred over.
Yeah, it's scarred
I still
over,
have the
but
skin scarred.
How you're missing a piece of that flesh.
Yeah.
It would have taken a nice little chunk out of you. So you would see like where the wound is. There's an impression where more of your meat would have been.
Yeah.
You show him?
I've got to preference this. Well, hold on. There's two things. I got to preference this. I want to show you what I'm talking about. And two, I want to see if you can spot something on my right rib cage. Because no matter who I've asked, apparently they can't see it. And my next bet is to go to Caribia, because it ties into why I was missing. Edmund is going to not only take his jacket off, but also take off his shirt.
Okay, well, Editar watches with glee. Ooh. Until then he sees.
Of course he is.
Yeah, until he sees your wound and goes, oh no. He puts down the wine cup on the armoire and leans over and like doesn't caress your chest, but like hovers his hand over it. Edmund, what happened to you?
I gave my life to protect my friends. We were fighting an anima. This anima could manipulate the shadows and become a creature. It was full of miniature creatures, but also turned into a big one. The big one bit Dust and Ashes and killed me, but in killing me, I did significant damage to it.
You see Anatar measure the wound by putting his hand kind of directly over your chest, and you can feel the heat of his hand kind of come off of it, Edmund, as he kind of hovers just a bit over your chest before lowering his hand to the lowest part of the wound, which would be like if it was like kind of like around your upper chest, so it'd be hovering around where the tattoo would be on your rib cage on the right. And when his hand hovers over the tattoo, he looks kind of perplexed. Huh, there's something here. I can't see it. But
Edmund's gonna sigh. Yeah, I got that thing at Falcone's church using a phone.
Well, yeah, you can say that. That's fine. Um, hold on. I might have something. Anatar stands up and walks over to a pillar in this corner of the temple. You can see that there are like not edifices, but like storage containers that kind of fit the theme of the temple that of the which you would be in. He opens a cabinet and looks through it for a bit before producing a uniquely purple candle. He comes back over to you. He puts the candle into a nice little candle, like a really ornate as fuck candle burner, like those really old timey candle hooks. So it has the well and then a hook hand for him. He puts it on the candle well and then walks over to Edmund. Could you light this for me? You have dust and ashes.
I don't. No, I guess I'm gonna use Dust and Ashes to light.
We'll say for free. Don't worry. You just
Yeah.
you just
Well, I mean, it can do that anyway.
Yeah.
I've been doing that like just for roleplay reasons. I haven't been using AP.
Yeah.
If it's like for like small roleplay stuff or like that, I hope you don't mind.
No. I will clarify when I want you to spend AP or not. I've been pretty good at vocalizing it, but yes, it can be implied if you're doing roleplay stuff and there is no immediate threat, you can spend AP. You don't have to spend AP to do something, but if once you start aiming for something or rolling for damage, that's different. Anyway, back to the scene at hand. As you light the candle for Anatar, the purple candle wick lights up, and it doesn't burn red, but rather it burns a silver color. And he leans it over towards your body. And as the light gets a little bit brighter, you can see that the light of the candle that Anatar brought starts to illuminate in the area around it and begins to show off the characters, revealing the secret message of Eyes on Me. Oh, clever. You didn't think I could use moonlight magic, huh?
I didn't consent to this.
Got any evil?
Quiet you.
Actually, no. Danny's right. It would speak up. Edmund, you hear it for the first time while you're conscious. Yep.
I thought I could hear it while I was conscious anyway because I used it in Travail.
No, that's different. You spent AP to speak
No,
to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking about passively. You're able to hear it. You
Yeah, I didn't consent. Yeah, I didn't consent to you either. Yet you're here on my rib cage.
You can keep talking, Dance.
You hear that? Oh no, that's weird. How'd you? Fuck! That's not how. The hell is that stuff? Asmin, get rid of it now!
No.
Ooh.
Whip cage. We have to squeeze down.
You take, Edmund. You take 6 true damage.
Edmund's gonna like quickly grab the right side of his rib cage and just.
Anatar is super concerned.
Dad, turn off the candle.
Edmund, what's
not
wrong, Edmund?
Fuck with me.
Turn off the candle.
He pushes it out, and then as that moment happens, as immediately as it came, the pain's gone, but you're still taking the damage. Edmund, don't tell me you're allergic to the moonlight magic. That's like kind of like half of my stuff.
No. No. You remember how I said I didn't consent to the markings? The markings the markings did not like that. It didn't like that one
Wait.
bit.
Are you telling me the markings on your body is some sort of branding?
Uh, there's very little I can confirm to you because if
That
I
son
have
of
to
a
speak a
bitch.
certain way. If I
I
don't speak a
he takes
certain way,
he
my
takes
lungs get.
he takes your wrist. I have you in my contract. How the fuck dare any fucking entity mosey on in what is mine?
Edmund's gonna shrug. It's very powerful.
And I will rain hell on it. I will blot out the sun with my. Well, sorry. I will blot out life itself if I must. And you start seeing more shadowy visage of like Anatar. I will crush the world under my grasp and break the soil and the earth. Any who defy my will. And his voice just gets a little bit deeper and deeper as he gets into it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, whatever you say, mate.
I don't think you understand how powerful this thing is.
He reverts back to his molten, like, more
It's
composed self. We will find a way, Edmund. I will not let my lieutenant, my right-hand man, be cursed in my employment.
well, it did come useful because I had to use it in order to save Lance.
Uh, you saved our best friend, Lance.
Yeah. He can tell you more about what happened because
Why
I
ask
saw what
Lance?
happened to Novus, but I
Uh-huh.
don't remember anything after it. I just remember waking up in front of the Travail Police Department.
Ah, okay.
Oh, does the name Novus ring a bell to you?
I'm so happy. Gosh, let me just pause for a second and be like, this. These are the moments I live for.
Uh,
Oh,
what was his first name again? Because the
Destiny
Ranger
Novus.
definitely told. Did the Ranger tell Edmund Novus's full
Yeah.
name? Yeah.
Novus told you his full name.
A doctor named Dusty Novus.
yeah. Anybody who's lived in the lower spire, the upper spire, would know his name. I know him.
he he's the one who kidnapped the detective.
He drinks the wine. No surprise. That fits his MO. Tell me, did you happen to
Uh,
find a lab in mutated creatures?
yeah, yeah.
That's his MO. He
In
drinks the
fact,
rest of the wine and puts
yeah,
it down.
yeah. The mutated creature was the one that nearly killed me.
Hmm.
Uh, so
You know, well, hold on. You know, he was a family physician to my family for quite some years.
oh, that's concerning.
Hmm. He looks at his wine. Indeed.
He was kind of good looking. I don't understand how a man. Anyway,
Good looking. Hold on.
so
The man should have been at least in his 70s. How is he good looking?
uh, uh, he looked the same age as Lance and I.
No. He looks so Evan looks at you. No, sorry. Anatar looks at you with like as if a calm adult is like kind of chastising a child. Edmund, you don't understand. Dusty Novus was like 60 when I was a child. He's like 81 now.
Uh,
Oh,
well, there's a slight problem with that too.
What do you mean?
Well, we fought in Older Novus. Unfortunately, he was a cyborg for insurance purposes. I guess he was trying to do an insurance scam as well. Let's just say Novus. So we fought a younger Novus, a very younger Novus. I ended up blowing his arm off, and then he came back. And you know how you use your armored form? You become like that giant metal
Correct.
armor person. Yeah, he was about the size of that.
You know, I did hear something that was the maximum size, player size. I'm gonna write a petition to somebody.
Well, I'm pretty sure Falcone would have you anyway. Uh, yeah. Novus is. Have you ever heard of the phrase "the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak"?
You have to be less cryptic than that. Come on, Edmund.
Unfortunately, that's about how cryptic I have to be, or the thing will crush my lung again.
Hey! Then I don't understand what you're putting down. Sorry, son. I will say,
Novus.
hold on. I will say that Novus has a rather infamous career, but there were a lot of Upper Spire civilians who were benefited by life extendancy programs and created by Dusty Novus himself. I was one of those individuals too.
Novus. Novus's body is dead.
Well, I gotta warn you, this is gonna be.
I want to.
Hold on.
I want to be very. Hold on. I want to be very specific. I want to make sure you heard what I said. The body of Novus is dead.
Yes, I understand. I'm going to talk to you now about what we call in the Upper Spire the living doll machine incident. The living doll factory incident. Dusty Novus was creating the first prototypes to robotics in Spiral City ever, which was like at the highlight of his career between the 40s, when he was in his 40s. And he had created basically marionettes designed atomically correct to male and female and non-gender, all three. And they were essentially these dolls that walked around and could fully function as a human, but they were very rudimentary and barely could only take very simple commands. And it worked pretty efficiently for a year straight. And then feedback from reviewers and people who tried it early were that the smell of the thing was horrendous, and that there were times that they swore that the machine would purposely walk into things or doing things all together and break down and cry, like for no reason. So that was the beginning of the end for Novus Labs in the Upper Spire, because then throughout the rest of his time being in the Upper Spire until he disappeared in the 60s, was that he was ridiculed with uh, medical fraud here and there, and cases of missing people there, and those labs were seized, like raided, and they discovered half remains of people, him basically testing things that they still haven't released to the public about what he's done in the Upper Spire. And so it's well presumed that he escaped it. And yeah, he details you that to you, Edmund. He created, he was essentially the protege to creating androids. And when they originally had caught him, he laughed, and this because as they like confiscated his equipment, he laughed, saying that they would need at least 3 or 4 more vans worth to get everything he actually had, which was only a small fraction. And it would take 5 or 6 years after Novus was gone for the Upper Spire to finally find all of his facilities. It was a huge debacle, Anatar explains. So if you're really dealing with Novus, chances are you haven't even heard him in the slightest. He's a living cockroach and a blight to Spiral City.
No, I can tell you that it was in fact Novus. I can confirm that. However, there's not much details I can go in. The body was killed.
Yes, and I understand that the spirit is somehow going on, but you're not making sense with me if you're not being straight. I'm sorry, I'm out of character. I know it's frustrating for you, but
No, no, no. It's perfectly fine. I understand because I'm sure that's as far as Edmund can go.
correct, and I'm purposely
I mean,
keeping you on
Lance
the edge for the
knows.
reason.
Uh,
Before we
su-
continue, sorry, before we
surprising.
continue, I just want to like get us ready to go on to the next scene. Do you have any more, like, one or two more questions left?
Um. Uh. Well, how do you feel about going to Caribbean? I'm sure. I'm sure it. I've heard many things about Caribbean, and it's
He shudders a bit. Caribbean. I was there,
Caribbean.
because technically Anatar is now Myron. Myron, no, Falcone went there. Never mind. Sorry, wrong character. Um,
Yep.
I have heard many things of Caribbean. When I was growing up, there were many of a criminal story and a wonderful documentary about the nasty criminal families there, like the Falcones. And the Aquariuses, which apparently became one of the founding groups that helped take over the Falcones, but there's a lot of details. I didn't pay attention.
Oh, hey, I know a Falcone. Anyway, I'm gonna have to go to Caribbean, to speak directly to Cardinals, the Cardinals heads.
That does sound rather interesting. And to break out a character for a second, you can take Anatar with you because he's an NPC. I will let you know he has his own agency. As if you take him away from the Sauntering Stallion right now, he'll have to pause his operations for Cobra. And as you can tell, he's been making very good headway as he's currently working with Travail on getting an official kind of bridge going between each other to get, payment for even helping people. And he has someone already in Cobra. Like, he already has an active member of Cobra, which is,
Travis.
yeah, Travis. Travis Del Touch.
Edmund Edmund is not going to take Anatar with him.
Aw, you don't want to take me
However,
with you? I mean, I insist because you got a tattoo of some tramp, and now I have to share you with some entity I can't even talk to.
actually, that's what I'm going to go and find out. However, apparently the Cardinals have a habit of uh, taking things that aren't theirs
He
in
rolls his,
terms of relics.
he rolls his eyes. I'd like to see anyone take this from me now. He holds out the Cimrillus. With the power
God,
of one hat, I could have kept it away from anyone. With two, no one can take it.
Realistically, what would the Cardinals do with the relics?
So they would investigate the body, both of your bodies for relics and artifacts. But for Anatar, a master of illusion like he is, as you can see his room, and with the Cimrillus in his hand, do you really think he can't just whisk it away and hide it?
Very true.
Yes.
You're coming with me to Caribbean. We just got to call Father Falcone.
Oh, the father fellow. Do tell him that his fertilizer is kind of bumped for our garden, apparently.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm
Edmund's
joking.
gonna
No,
make a quick.
I wouldn't say that.
Edmund's
He'd be
gonna
like,
make a quick phone call to Falcone as he's putting the devil's right hand in his room.
okay, well, Falcone's doing something on Wednesday, but we've established this is on a Saturday. So let's give Falcone a nice. Let's give him a nice 40. Hey, Falcone, is this a Saturday? This is like a Saturday morning, finally coming to afternoon, so like 11 o'clock ish. So you're barely waking.
way before anything goes.
As you're barely waking up on the Saturday morning, you get a phone call from Edmund.
Alright. Yes, what can I do for you?
Hello, Father.
Oh God, did Lance do something again?
What do you want, Edmund? Except last rights. You want last rights for calling me this early, right? I can give them to you.
Yeah. You see, Nero, when I was helping the church with fertilizer. Nero gave me a gun, and I kind of took it
Falcone, you know that
with
to
me
be
on accident.
Falcone, you know that to be the littlest, most insignificant thing anyone could have called you for.
However, that's not my main. Are you going to Caribbean at all?
As far as I know, I'm not.
That's a shame. Because I'm going to be needing to go to the Cardinals headquarters in Caribbean. And I was wondering if you wanted to tag along.
No. You know, let's take Nero though. Take him for a walk.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
I could take.
Actually, take him for a walk.
Wait, hold on.
He's getting antsy.
Before you confirm that, that means Nero won't be part of your demon hunting.
Yeah, let's not slit my own throat.
How about you? Well, this Edmund has no idea about the thing going on in Caribbean, does he?
What, the demon there?
It's a apparent monster attacking Caribbean.
No one knows. The only thing you know is that everyone know. The only thing any of the players would know who were directly involved was that shit was calling Falcone's name out and disappeared in the night. Where it went, none of you could locate it. The only person who has the ability right now would be Anatar and Lance. Because
well,
Bob
I
and
was
Guppy relics, artifacts. Sorry.
I was calling to see. I was calling to see if you wanted to come along, but and if you said no, I actually have a serious question. Do you think would it be all right if I was to mention that I know you to the Cardinals in Caribbean?
I don't see why not.
I was gonna say to GM to player, there would be no repercussions as long as he doesn't muck up your name.
Well, yeah, just don't fuck it up.
Yeah, because I need to. I'm trying to find out like where that phone came from and who owned that place. So I figured I'd call you about that personally, just in case.
Did we
Well,
have
that's up to y'all,
Hold
man.
on, did we have Falcone make an intelligence check about the phone, or did we never do it?
No, Nero answered it. Yeah, Nero basically said that the people who would know is the head of the Falcones, who's coming at the end of the week or at the end of the month.
Not the head of the Falcones. He said the head of the Cardinals.
Head of the Cardinals is coming at the end of the month, but Edmund can't wait that long.
And no, what you're waiting for was actually the gun trading. It wasn't happening at the end of last week, the second week. It was happening this week, the third week.
Oh, yeah. Falcone, I got another quick question for you. It's about church service.
Yeah.
Okay. One quick. Again, sorry. Real quick. GM to player. There's is there either the assumption of guns or actual prayer? Brother Timothy runs both. You know the gun trading happens once every month. Once every third week of the month.
The other church service.
Yes, and what about the other church service?
Do I have to RSVP to go, or do I just show up?
Just show up.
Okay. Thank you. So I guess I'll. Can I have? When is it?
Specifically, it's just within the week. There's not a specific day, but if you go to the week of, we'll make it that day. But it's not ever set in stone. You know what I'm saying?
All right. So Edmund knows what he's going to do. Edmund's actually going to leave Anatar specifically because he told to work with the Cobra, because he's going to tell Anatar that, hey, he's talked to the Trail Vale Police Department and he's got a working relationship with them in guise of Cobra. So the Cobra, it was the thing that happened was a joint operation between the Cardinals, Cobra, and Travail Police Department. and he wants Anatar to stay there and continue to work on Cobra. However, he will be in contact with him as much as he can.
Anatar looks rather
And he's
concerned.
going.
You better not come back with another mark on you, okay? And don't believe I'm gonna stay. Hold on. Don't believe I'll be staying here of my own accord, working on my own business, only to have to support you when you get back. I am gonna take my own agency around here, you know. And I did so. He produces with this, and he produces the Cobra face mask. Well, what do you think? My first relic. Well, technically,
It's
second relic, but yes, my first relic.
It's really good.
Hold on. He puts it on, and he stands up, and as he does so, the whole outfit he was wearing turns into a bright blue. Wait, shit. Fuck. That color can't exist. Fuck.
He completely
Orange.
glitches out of existence because the color can't exist.
It
I've messed up.
No, but the outfit turns into he starts to wear an orange pinned up suit with the Cobra insignia on it. Sorry, it can't be blue. Sorry, Kalis.
Perfect. And now I'm still working for Cobra too.
Yes, you are working for
I
Cobra.
asked the Travailed Police Department if they could send some anima users over here too.
Wonderful! We shall now extend Cobra's reach. He takes off the mask. Sorry, I had to get the sorry something with the voice and the mask. It just changes. His outfit returns back to normal.
I can't change that part. It's
like seems to be
glitch. It's fine, but I'm gonna be leaving. I'm gonna be going to the Falcones on Tuesday.
Okay.
This Tuesday, and then I'm gonna go to Caribbean afterwards. Just
next
letting
week.
you know.
Yeah, next week. Sorry, next week you'll go to Caribbean. Yeah.
Yeah, Falcones, then Caribbean.
Yep. At least give me a ring and let me know you're safe this time, okay? And no dying this time, mister.
I'll try not to.
Oh.
I should be okay. It's just Caribbean.
And before you go, my power with the Cimrillis has grown. Your contract has been completed, and so between our oath, you can now gain a boon between us. There are 3 different perks you may choose for completing your contract. Voiceless word. You and Anatar, and only Anatar and you alone, can talk to each other no matter how far away, no matter what happens. It's not an anima force related manipulation. This is a specific telepathic connection that cannot be severed unless there is a stronger telepathic force and energy. This cannot be this communication can even prevail through death, as your spirits can still continue it. Because again, as the way I've described spirits in this game, it is much less about the physicality and more about the consciousness. So your consciousness, no matter what, is connected towards the other, and you guys can continue to talk to each other with that connection. That perk is called Voiceless Words. The other 2 perks, the second one you can choose is specifically a bonus to any of your 1 character stats, not anima stats. So 1 dice to level up. This is considered a temporary dice, and if there ever any effect to remove temporary stats, this stat would also be affected. Okay?
Right.
And then the last perk that you can get is a once a month power. You and you alone, no matter if you hold an object or hold a person while doing this, it is only to you. You can teleport, or Anatar can teleport, to a free space next to either one of each other once a month. The conditions of this perk, however, require that both people must be in verbal communication and have at least a good image of each other in one's head. The
Edmund already has a voice in his head. What's another one? Let's go. What's that perk called?
voiceless words, or I'll call it voiceless oath.
Edmund has two voices in his head now.
Don't waste
Oh,
your
it's gonna
time on me.
It's gonna get cramped in here.
Oh my god, I could hear it. Well, technically, it would. Yeah, technically, if Antar wanted to now, he can actually pay attention to Edmund's thoughts and hear it. Because if you open
Oh
dialogue
no.
while you're talking, technically it's all a telepathic line.
Oh no. Wait a minute.
Wait, hold on. Who's this guy? Why is it a
Hold on,
three-way?
Dens. Redacted is chilling. Suddenly, a Discord. Who the fuck? Who the and Edmund? No, sorry. Annotator goes. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck are you?
What the fuck are you?
And sorry,
I
Edmund.
asked first.
Edmund
I asked
suddenly.
second.
Sorry, Edmund suddenly takes 6 true damage. I don't like this,
Again?
Edmund. I don't like this.
Hold on.
I don't like. I don't like change.
Yes, then go. Good. Yeah. I don't like change.
I like change.
But it's only gonna happen once. Don't worry. I'm not gonna repeat that. You okay there, Edmund? You look rather pale now.
I've got two voices in my head now.
Yes, he's Anatar speaking verbally. Yes, I have noticed, and it's rather disturbing to hear him. Well, you're rather disturbing yourself. You're going to catch my hands.
And you are going to catch something. I figured out. Don't worry. When you catch it, you're not gonna like it.
Wait. Hold on. That has. Now, I know you both aren't from where I'm from. That has a different meaning than you think it does.
Well, I don't know what grilled cheese does.
Yeah, and then it disappears.
Anatar knows what Edmund is thinking at all times.
No. Specifically, when you use the power, he can have at that moment when the bridge between you two are connected. Yes, he can have
Oh,
a
thank
grasp
God.
of what you're thinking of. He can't read all of your thoughts, but you have a good idea what he's thinking about too. And at any moment, you can also just ask me, "Hey, what is Anatar's intention?" Anyway, with that now as your as a perk given to you like for your oath keeping it up, you're going to now travel to Travail, and we're going to deal with that on the back burner of everyone else. We're going to now finally go to the most patient person in the group today, which is going to be Lance, as we're going to go to his house. It's Lance's house. Everyone's living in his house. Lance's house. No one's paying rent now here in Lance's.
It's Monday
In
now.
Lance's house.
It's Monday now. And Lance has been laying in that same position since he got there, back on Sunday. And Lance slowly gets up as he stares at the figure at the corner of his room.
There's no one in your room.
Yeah, I know. No, it's Lance having his own, like, I'm awake now. Get the fuck back into my nightmares. And Lance is looking at this figure who has there's a hole in this figure's chest, and it keeps blowing between the lines of the Underpass Cobra member and Black Nebula. Before they just, bleed out of existence.
Yep.
As Lance kind of like holds his own hand, puts his fist to his own hand. Okay. I'm not losing it, Lance. I'm not losing it. I'm not. Okay. You're home now. You're safe. And those mold growing.
Mold.
Yeah, those. He gets up and slowly makes his way to like lit a kitchen.
Where you find yourself walking towards the kitchen, you notice that there's been some small renovations within the small time that your roommates had been here. There are actually bar stools, at least three of them across the counter to sit across. There is a 4'10" anthropomorphic bunny performing, just performing some small cleaning as there is sitting on on the left, no, sorry, on the right closest bar stool towards the anthropomorphic bunny is the rather large and impressive anthropomorphic wolf.
Oh, no, seeing you too.
Good morning to you too, lads. The wolf speaks in
Okay,
a low tone.
so real quick, how long have you two attended me here? Okay, I don't mind you two being here, but someone's got to pay for the, the rent, mortgage. I mean, I got the.
The bunny turns around and has like her reveals more of her hip to show off her pistol. I think I have rent covered, didn't I?
So you
Can't
rent?
tell you. I was gonna say like, I can't tell you're threatening me, or you're trying to explain to me that you already paid.
The wolf looks over at you. She's suggesting that she's going to shoot you again because she already paid her rent with her gun.
No, I meant the bill. They're gonna evict me if I don't pay.
That it would be a problem for the both of us.
Yeah,
I've been living here while you haven't been. No one's come around except for some of the official folks from City Hall, but that was because they needed to move the bodies. But otherwise, no one's come around.
Man, those bodies. Wait, hold on. That happened like months ago.
Yes.
Huh? Man, must be really a shit.
Yes.
God. Oh, Lance gotta like take a seat. Fuck.
Yes.
Lance looks at the white hole sun. It's been how many days since he owns it?
As you look at it, it was on a Friday, a Saturday, very early Saturday morning. As you look at the white hole sun, you can see that it's glowing now and it's fuller color. It's still ominously missing a half. The bunny turns over to look over at what you're looking at and goes, "Ooh, what's that?"
Oh, this is the key to saving all entire existence.
The wolf looks over. It looks rather unimpressive. You sure that would save all of our lives?
I'm sorry if I'm not the 6'8" tall wolf man who can fucking probably leap over my fucking house in an instant. And yes, this can save our world. Now, hold on. I'm gonna go make a talk with the big man. I need to discuss things with him. Just watch over me for a bit. And Lance puts a point in AP into the orb to go to the realm of silver. And that would kind of eat up his day, essentially. So, like, I want to put a picture like Lance is still standing. As soon as he does the point in, everyone falls and does the dinosaur.
No,
So you just ragdoll.
as Lance ragdolls into his chair, the wolf and Bunny both look over at Lance's more slumped body. Should we lay him down somewhere or no, he picked his grave. She begins to idly wash some of the dishes that are there. He'll be fine.
These are some good china plates.
Yeah, where the hell did he get these plates from? And why hasn't anyone robbed him for him yet? Anyway, we take more present now into a white verse, a spanting verse, a canvas of endless whiteness that encompasses Lance. Unlike the last time you came here, you only had one fragment. Now, with a more fuller half, typically you would have to wait a full month to speak to Michael again. But again, because you have now a fuller half of the white hole sun, kind of It doesn't skip the process, but gives you a reset on the usage. It doesn't extend how many times you can talk to Michael. You still can only talk to him once, but now it's once a week
Yeah,
instead of once a month.
gotcha.
So yeah,
When
then
Lance
that means
is
next
in
week
that
you
well.
can't call him, and then the next week you could if you like, or he might reject
Gotcha.
your call because he can't. The more you do it, the less likely they'll be interested in talking. Remember,
Well, this is important.
these are beings with rather important things to do.
Well, yeah, but this is like Lance trying to figure out more about how he can do and whatnot. This is not a social call. This is a more of a. So, job's nearly done, but I know that there's more to this. We'll play it out. So, as Lance is in the realm of Silver,
No, not yet, not
before he
yet.
gets a chance. Oh,
What
sorry.
happens is that you're this plane of whiteness. You are technically in the reverse image of the black hole. So you aren't in any sort of place but a temporary space right now. What you do next is that you open a portal within this expanse. It reveals itself to be a whispery black essence all around the outer rim, and the portal inside glimmers as if it's like a brighter gold. It glimmers like the portal shimmers, and it reveals once after the lights are done that it is shit. What were you looking for again?
The realm of Silver.
Yeah, it reveals itself to be the portal to the realm of silver. Because technically, what you're doing is you're traveling into the white hole sun using your power, and then from your power, with entering the white hole sun's realm, you can create things because you're powerful there. You use the power of the white hole sun in order to create a portal that leads you to another temporary space you could never fucking reach without this influence, which is the realm of silver.
Before he goes, he looks around us and August.
You cannot divide your time like this. You either go through that portal or
Gotcha.
Argus.
Oh no, oh no. I was hoping I could take August with me so I could talk to him afterwards. But if that's not the case, then Lance will just go right through.
Yeah, I just want to be conscientious of time so everyone gets, chances.
Gotcha. I know.
Yep. So you walk through the portal, and as you do so, you feel cold wetness that takes over your body, and it changes between cold and hot, dry and wet, in like matter of seconds and moments between you. And you don't really walk out the other side of the portal just right away. It's almost like there's an in-between space you can't feel or see. But as soon as you put your foot through the other side and feel it finally connect to something, is when all that space, that infinitesimum that you feel, re-emerge back into that one spot again as your left foot gets through the portal and you are finally in the Silver Realm. You felt as if you traveled an ungodly amount of space within a matter of moments.
Oh, gonna need to take a seat on that one. Lancey didn't like. Kind of trying to hold back with contents of his stomach. He's like,
Luckily
oh.
for you, you find that to be a rather easy task, as once you put your mind to it, you find it rather easy for you. Lance, in
Oh.
this temporary space that you're in, you have D12 stats and everything.
Holy shit.
Wait a minute. When Falcone said that to me, it was an insult. That son of a bitch.
Anyway,
Ah.
we're going to wrap things up slowly, as now that you've arrived in the Silver Realm, it is this cascading city of high-res skyscrapers in this near neon-ish, ever eclipsed sky. So it's like as if the moon is always there, blocking the sun constantly. But it doesn't give a foreboding feel. Rather, it enhances the silver city as it helps it shine even better in this sort of perpetual light and dark sort of mix. It is this beautiful poetic way. It dances with the eclipsed light and the sun and the architectural design of the silver buildings. They stand like silver statues, dancing almost in your vision lands.
What beauty. What sublime purpose they have. How how can I, such a flesh and meat and bone figure, can achieve such wondrous status as these obelisk A pure delight. The fuck did that come? Where's like so what is the fuck did that come from? See, Michael.
When you say
That's-
that, no, when you say that, you feel the orb in your pocket, the white hole sun, react, and you feel it pull you through this city. And as you would collide with somebody, you just simply face them, Lance. You see these abnormally huge, like silver people. They look human, but they're just humanoid, and they have like human only features, but their bodies are more like layered silver. They don't seem to take notice of your presence as you fly through them, but the orb takes you to a rather unique, ornate tower that kind of sits around the center of this silver city. When you look at this rather ornate building, it reads "Ooh Incorporated."
Oh. Oh, so this is what the main headquarters is.
You feel yourself then jettisoning
Organization.
all the way up, like suddenly taking flight, going immediately 150, 120 feet.
It's like you like the scene where you see the guy like going through all these G's. Lance can't scream because all the L's going straight to his lungs.
You
So he's just
immediately jump 12 floors, and you feel the orb continue to tug at you as you go another 120 feet, 24 floors high. And it's not
Mama,
done as you get taken again another 120 feet as
mama.
you're now at 38 floors. But wait, I'm not done yet. It takes you again another 120 feet, and now you're at the 50th floor. Lance, you
I just
finally reach
imagine
the near top. As it takes you again!
it's just I imagine like Lance is like taking to his head. Mama, Mama, I'm coming home.
Finally,
I'm coming home.
you hover at the 65th floor, and you just hover there. It's near the damn top. You gently get placed down on an extended patio spot. Kind of think the Avenger Tower, but not so obnoxiously
Yeah,
extended.
gotcha.
There is a
Gotcha.
large silver panel of a window that would lead you into an office space you can actually see into.
Huh, is there anyone in there?
You can't make out if there is anyone. It's more faded out in the silver than you can tell. You can just make out the objects in the room. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, so like Lance like tries to tug at the door to move it like okay.
You find that you can't pull it open or push it open, but you eventually figure out to slide it open. And as you slide it open, we go on to the next character. So right now, Lance is just traveling in the realm of silver to talk to Michael. And since that's your weak event, we're going to extend it a little bit more. Meanwhile, Lance
Wait.
in the outside of the body. So, when do I eat him? Wolf, what? I just wanted to know. I mean, I still have the urge to kill him, and look at him, he's so defenseless here. I mean, if I just
Not
raise
like
my claw, as he
Stratus.
does, but hold on, as he raises his right claw up, the suit raises the right hand up. Huh? He lowers his hand, it lowers its hand. Huh. Do you think that's reflex or the suit? She cocks her gun. Let's find out. But anyway, the wolf looks back at the bunny and goes, "So, should we really leave Lance? We could find somewhere else. We do not need to be here."
It's one of the I don't want to speak for Hole, but I would imagine like considering the fact that the idiot who lives here hasn't been here for months and no one else seems to ever come around you, this is like the safest place in all of Spiral City.
The problem is that there may be people who do know where he lives, and then we would be caught up in whatever Lance gets caught up in. And it seems
This
like
is
Lance is a
West.
magnet to being caught up in affairs.
Well, it seems that he came here of his own volition, and this is West Bay. Who's gonna come to this shithole?
Apparently,
Cody and Alistair.
he takes the wolf takes up a newspaper off the countertop and shows the newscape heading for the Cardinals and their church, Place of Heaven. Apparently the Cardinals, as they took over the district not too long ago. If I recall correctly, Lance helped with that. I mean, inadvertently helped with it because, you know, he killed the people previously, and so they gave the space for the Cardinals to get in.
Again, who would come around here? I get it, he's a magnet for trouble.
Okay, if
I
you're gonna
don't
stay
think
here,
anyone
then
would.
at least we need to fix the place up. Didn't you steal money from him? Yeah. Well, we can reinvest it into the building, can't we? Yeah.
Yeah, we could also steal from him again. I mean, he's just
Yeah, but what? We're gonna take the van and go where? We're not exactly inconspicuous with a van, and we're both can't turn back human. We don't really blend in. This may be the only tolerable place we can have. The wolf looks down. Oh, fuck. I don't think we can go anywhere else.
Oh, I mean, those West Bay, those East Bay, but yeah, we're fucked.
Yeah, I do not know anything of East Bay. Okay.
I'm gonna put on. It's like she gets up, like I'm gonna go put on a couple of rags. I'm gonna go to the soup kitchen. I hope to God the hobos didn't stab each other for the bread again.
No, I don't remember everything in my life, but I do remember I have an apartment in the Cervantes district. Maybe I left something behind. He holds his head. I'm not sure, but I can't
What
go
do you?
there like this. Lance has to go for us. Well, he looks a little zonked out. You think he did drugs? I think he did drugs.
It's like the moment where Lance's body spazzes from all like the sudden high res experience.
So she pulls out the revolver in a blink of an eye. So she pulled out her, because this bunny is not a derringer. She pulls out her fat like big iron revolver. It just goes. Wolf looks back. Why did you suddenly draw that? Well, look at him. He's spasmed. And he's sleeping. He is no threat.
Hey, I think he's sleeping.
Yeah. Come on, give me a second.
Sorry.
I think he is sleeping. Huh. She puts her gun away. Well, what should we do then? Don't you have that tablet thing? He suggests towards Bunny. Bunny produces the tablet, which since Lance, you're knocked out, you don't see or hear this, but Portanova's face appears on the screen. Why, hello there! What can I do for you two? Portanovas, can you not access the spiral net? Well, I can hijack someone's Wi-Fi. Wait, he stops for a second. There's no one within not 20 miles. There's no one within 3 miles with Wi-Fi to the spiral net here. What kind of boony did you bring me to?
West Bay?
Yes.
You brought me to West Bay. Portanova says.
We had to bring you to Lance's house.
You brought me to Lance's house? Sorry, Portanova doesn't know Lance. Who the hell is Lance?
The guy who lives here. Also, Lance didn't tell them that.
Yeah, no.
Also,
they don't know about Nova's being...
she would know. And I'm also half convinced he killed you.
You mean the physical name?
Yes.
So why haven't either of you two killed him yet? He is there undefended. I can hack his suit and turn it off.
I'd like to see you try.
I like to see you try, fuck boy.
Well, we may have a chance at a cheap chance to kill Lance. I will not take it. Bunny smiles. Good. Because I will. Stop. Look, Porto
Wait,
Novus.
wait, wait. Porto Novus, do you still have access to bank accounts?
I can't access the spiral net from here.
Then I'm not gonna kill him. Because I was making the joke like, do you still have access to your bank account? Like, yeah, I do. Why? Lance is the dead man. Anyway,
Porta Novus, you must understand. Lance is an asset at the moment. He does not know you exist, and we need a shelter to hide ourselves from public view. The other creatures may start to appear on the media, and if their presence becomes known, then me and Bunny become at risk. Staying somewhere so far may actually be the benefit, especially since the spiral net's nowhere near. Which again goes back to Lance being able to, well, the suit thing was on its own, like, because you were out of network too. But that was because you were in the black hole sun. That was different in mind.
yeah. Well, if you two can jury with the suit, we could boost its signal to get back to the spiral net.
The suit doesn't have the capabilities.
Damn it!
Not designed like that.
That's Porto's was like he's thinking about it. Like, damn, the suit isn't designed for such a capability.
Yeah, it's not. So the suit's designed to keep the user alive, to keep it fighting, and in even more practicality terms, it will quote metabolize limb parts to help continue sustaining the user to continue fighting.
Put a antenna
if you were to
onto
suffer
the
such a
body.
grievous wound, you could let it cannibalize your leg, for example.
It's like that one short comic I remember seeing. Well, this guy was. I'll explain later.
I saw it too. That's where I got it from.
I mean, I suppose you could put a TV antenna on top of his back, but that won't do anything.
Porta Novus, if we brought you to West Bay IKEA, could you get us furniture for free? There's a mad awkward pause. It kind of extends longer than it needs to. Bunny looks uncomfortable. Wolf looks stoic. Porto Nova's screen is just as if a loading icon. It finally comes back to his face. I'm sorry. I had to load all that bullshit you were trying to feed me.
I am the most brilliant. I am the mind, the data copy of the most brilliant mind in all of Spiral City. And you wish me to use this brilliance to get you cheap furniture.
I told you the situation. We need shelter.
Oh, by the various colors of that rain of reality. This is my hell. And I am not even the real Porter. I'm not even the real Novus. And I am suffering his punishment.
I do not understand this concept and macabre thought of afterlife. What I do know is I can flush you down the toilet.
Yes. Yes, that's just enforcing what I just said earlier. I am punished by the actions of my literal self, and now I am dealing with the repercussions of it all. I am in my own hell.
Hold on, I do like how Gabe says can't turn back human. Oh no, their glamour stopped working. Fuck you.
If the place has some kind of access to the spiral net, yes, I can get you free from it. For the show.
Wolf makes a event roll. He has to roll higher. He has to roll lower under a 25. He's looking for any fabric in Lance's house that can be large enough to cover him like a cloak. Wow, would you look at that, guys? It's 21.
Barely.
Holy shit, barely. Wolf finds himself a cloak and puts it on and goes, I will go outside and look for a connection.
What's that real logo on your back? It's just the dead end icon?
I do not understand. This was on the blanket I found.
It's like Lance's old thing that he used to wear for the dead endals.
Mm-hmm.
He's just wearing it now.
So the wolf puts it around its head and then like kind of like ropes it into a cloak and makes it where he can like cover himself completely. There. He takes Porto Novus from Bunny. I will be back as soon as I make connection and have Porta Novus upload himself to the West Bay Spiral Net. From there,
Joy.
where we will order all the furniture we need to send to Lance's house under various Dutch and Swiss bank accounts.
You really think I could pull off Jesus's fucking miracles here, don't you, Wolf?
He turns away and like walks out of Lance's house. I believe you can do much more than just that. After all, you turned me into this.
Like I said before, it was my physical self, not me. I'm technically an innocent bystander in all this affair, forced to pay the punishment.
But not
Damn
any less
myself.
guilty for the crimes committed. Just as
Well, like-
easily as the physical novice can commit such heinous atrocities, is it hardwired into your coding. I know this.
Suppose you have to wait and find out. I suppose. Wait and find out.
So yeah,
Meanwhile,
Wolf,
before it ends, take immediate to your west and proceed to walk the next mile ahead. But you don't get the GPS.
ugh, very well.
Also do be careful. I just got a news broadcast that there was a stabbing ahead.
Couldn't happen. No words to get updated for a spiral net just yet.
Okay. It was just a joke.
Yeah, I get you, but the wolf begins to walk down the street, trying to like keep himself hunched so he's not as impressively tall as he normally is, and he will continue to do that as we now turn back to Falcone reaching Alistair on Wednesday. You are bringing Nero with you, correct, Falcone? Uh, sorry, Falcone, are you there? Oh, well, he probably stepped away.
Who's here? Wait, real quick.
Here.
Okay. Evie?
I think he went to the bathroom.
No, Evie's here.
Okay.
I'm back. Sorry, guys, had to pee.
You're fine. And
That's
Luna, are
fine,
you
dude.
here?
Yeah, Lou said he was here.
He is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
All right, I'm making sure. Where we turn off from Lance, it's the wolf anthropomorphic, and Lance being comatose, going to the Silver Realm. We return back onto the Wednesday, which I was asking you, Falcone, are you bringing Nero with you?
Yeah.
Gotcha. So you guys are arriving in his church van or your church van?
Either or.
Well,
As far as I know, they have the same stats.
the specific difference is just being that Nero carries guns in his and would carry less people but has more guns. Yours has more seats.
What's the passenger difference?
4 to 6.
I'll take mine.
Okay. Yeah, so Alistair, you get a phone call, and it is Falcone calling as he and Nero are downstairs waiting for you.
Hello.
Yeah, we're here. Hurry up. I'm double parked.
All right. I'm on my way.
Alistair, as you get downstairs to the lower floor, do you take the elevator or staircase?
Staircase. I don't want to be waiting on with the elevator.
Cool. You take the staircase and you open the staircase B to your right. You live on like the 5th floor of the dorm, so it's a little bit of a walk down. As you make it to the 3rd floor staircase, you see a large stretched out graffiti tag that comes from the side all the way down to the 2nd stairwell. It's really well done.
Oh shit.
I can't do it, but Alistair like lightly whistles like, "Wow, that's been good art."
What's it say?
He has to take the time to read it, but he doesn't take the time. It just looks really pretty. As you finally make it down to the landing, you can see as you open the door and get out of the actual like dormitory building, you can see Falcone's parked, double parked, as in parked on the lawn right there to pick you up.
Hello.
All right, hop in. Let's go. Like I said, I'm double parked.
Okay. Let's hop
Nero leans
in.
backwards from the shotgun seat and like pushes open the side door, which like pushes inward, and you can see the very back row or the immediate back row from the driver as it holds a lot of people. Where do you want to sit, Alistair?
Mm. I'll sit in the back.
The backpack?
Uh, to me the seats again.
So there's one set of seats directly behind the driver, and then there's another set of seats behind after that chair. You know what I'm saying?
I'll go behind the driver.
Okay. And you sit behind Nero or Falcone?
Falcone, because he's obviously familiar with him more than Nero. Hello, T2. I believe your name was Father Nero, was it?
I don't even believe we met before, but yeah, my name's Father Nero. I need to know who told you because I need to skin somebody.
Well, my name's Alistair. I'm here helping dear old Vincent here.
Oh, Vincent, you gotta recruit fucking kids again? Didn't you learn that at the
I'm,
last stunt?
I'm only like
Listen, if it
22.
works, it works. It works in the Middle East, all right?
We
Wait,
don't even
what?
have a concept of the Middle East in this roleplay. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the
Don't
quad
worry
board.
about it.
I'm talking about the quad board incident where you arm those kids with real guns instead of paintball guns. They
Well,
took
you
their,
don't give a child a toy without batteries, now do ya?
they killed their families.
So,
What's up?
how are you going to heal on supplies for like healing and stuff?
Well, lucky for you, Falcone tends to keep at least a little bit of supplies when we last had the car that's parked into the church. You actually, let me take a quick look. Nero gets out the car, and looks into the back. Yep, right here. He opens two boxes. There's I would say, hold on. Let me go look at the list of things in the
This thing is
convenience
just
store.
one of the boxes is just whiskey in it. It's labeled in case Lance did this.
I could flavor text it. Yeah, I'm not against it. I mean, the thing is, Falcone, in your truck, specifically since it's more like since Nero's truck is basically designed for like combat with guns in it, you have more space and you have the storage for both healing items for regular healing and for anima healing. But the anima healing is specifically alcohol, which again is going to be flavor text to be a wine container that says "in case Lance."
Alrighty.
And then for the healing items in the truck, I will say that there are four. I won't say med kits, but they're uh,
Single use?
there are 4 packs of single-use painkillers.
Which one Max Payne heal?
They heal for medium healing, so it's uncommon, meaning 1/3 of health plus 4 by each 2 level. So for you guys, since you guys are now level 7s, that still means you only get 4, 8, 12. You only get 12 plus your max your max health. 1/3 your max health. Sorry. I'll have the details for the box in the back of the truck, but yeah, Nero closes it. Yeah, we got at least 4 supply. Nero gets
Okay.
back into the truck and sits back down to let Falcone drive them off to Lance's. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. So on the drive over, Alistair, do you have any questions for Nero?
So, so if you're joining, so if you're joining us for this, oh,
Aye.
you an anima user too?
No.
Well, in my line of business, I believe it'd be near impossible to be not an anima user. But yes, I am an anima user. Did I say what his anima was?
You
If
know
you
what's
said that
the
name, I don't remember.
all I know is bayonets.
Wow, I didn't even say Judas Priest. That's the name of his anima.
Wow.
Like the band.
No, named after my anima. So, but yeah, his anima is Judas Priest. Unless I already named it.
J-Knight would tell us.
Going past that, he reveals Judas Priest allows him with AP1 to make bayonet constructs. He can make up to five, like three to five of them. I think it was up to five. Yeah, up to five constructs of his bayonets at a time. Each one has to roll for accuracy, and each one can deal a flat damage for all of them, depending on the instance. And his AP2 allows him to uh, essentially manipulate uh, the spaces where his bayonets have been placed, up to only like two bayonets he can do this to, but he can basically keep them in place, or what he stabbed in place, so they couldn't move or get around without making a. So Nero didn't name drop his anima, great. So yeah, essentially he could stab an, like say for example he stabbed an apple. If he uses AP2 with his bayonet, he can let go of the bayonet and the apple won't fall to gravity. He can manipulate this effect while stabbing things. Nero does
So
not have an AP3.
if he stabs a person while they're falling with his bayonet, he can technically stop them from falling.
Correct, but he has to spend 2 AP for it. There is more to his AP2, but he won't reveal like anything more about that. He just gives it. He gives you a more rudimentary introduction to his powers. That's
If
as you
it's
guys
such
are. Huh?
I was gonna, if it's such a powerful AP2 that can stop someone falling, why didn't he stop himself from falling?
I hear Lance talking shit. Is that how you feel, Falcone? Just every moment,
Aye.
Lance talking shit somewhere, and I need him to know I carried his ass. Oh, hey, neither of you were there. Did you know that I killed a whole fucking room worth of anima-powered suits? These big old fuck guys wearing basically gunmetal silver armor, and they were ignoring anima powers. So I had to shoot them with my fucking favorite rifle, and he produces his foul finale rifle.
How utterly fascinating, Nero.
I just want to imagine he pulls it out and next to him is a police car.
He would look over the police car like, yeah, what you gonna do? And they drive off. That's what I thought, you wankas. But yeah, Alistair, when he mentions gunmetal silver guys in suits, you were there for the no, it was Steinrich who was there. It wasn't Alistair for the stylish
Yeah.
names. So Alistair's never seen the men in silver suits before.
On Oliver Sandrick mentioning them at least. He's never seen himself, but it was mentioned to him.
So yeah, it sounds like they're one and the same.
Oh man, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with these things.
Well, I tell you what.
Bullets.
Do you have a good gun?
Actually, it's that you mentioned that post-all reverie.
Ooh, whatever is a rare relic, right?
I believe so.
Yeah, because it would be a very beginning item type. So yeah, rare. Ooh, do you mind if I hold it for a second?
He's gonna check it out. You're,
Of course.
you're sure, check it out.
Nero takes the gun from you and like looks it over. Takes like a really good like look at it, flips it over, expects down the iron sight, tries to unchamber the gun but realizes there's no clip. tries to like break the neck of it to see the reload mechanism, but how does Reverie reload?
You could say, in a sense, I power Reverie, or rather, my anima does.
Ah, so there's no way to actually load it if you aren't the person who's supposed to use it. Interesting. What a
Yeah, I
clever,
doubt any normal person can use this.
yeah, what a clever and convenient way to uh, prevent uh, someone stealing your powers, your weapon against you.
Yeah.
He gives it back to you. So what can it do? Tell me. What kind of penetration power are you speaking under the hood?
Well, it can fire usual bullets. It can also fire a smoke screen, and it could create. I can have her shoot an ally with and create a shield around them.
Ooh, utility and damage. You hear that, Falcone? This kid is a little. I see why you brought the kid along.
Yeah, we needed the ranged options.
Right? Well, I am the range option, Falcone. He laughs.
Yeah, we needed the ranged options.
He frowns. And what are you bringing to the table?
What am I bringing to the table?
Yep. What you bringing to the table, huh?
I'm a 10-foot hellblaze to daft git, and I've also got a shotgun.
Fair to point.
I just want to imagine, like, when he says that, Falcone adjusts the rearview mirror, and you see behind, in the rearview mirror, like, Hell's Wrath, growling.
Breathing slowly.
Now, one thing I don't need you bringing is your damn sass.
So while you guys were traveling, right? I want you all to imagine there's this huge ass lane, right? And it's like about 12 lanes huge, basically. There's a huge section of this lane that's been quarantined off because that's where the Hammer District lanes would be, but they're currently not working. So you big guys been driving up and down the Hammer District Boulevard, and now you've made your way to the connection area in Gridiron, making your guys way up to the West Bay highway that will eventually lead to Lance's house. So tell me, kid, uh, exactly are you doing in Spiral City?
Well, I came here. I came here looking for something that was stolen from me, and now I'm here as a student,
Oh, a student. You in what?
college.
Oh, look at you, fancy kid. You know, I attended college too. I'm minor in psychology.
Oh wow, psychology.
Yep.
Interesting.
With a minor in child, with a minor in. I was making a Dragon Ball Z reference.
Science psychology. Really?
Yep. And I'm minor in pain.
With a minor in pain.
But
Oh dear.
no, I actually studied college for demonology. What did you know? I got recognized for my certification. He shows like a badge.
He
You
puts his
study
diploma.
demons here?
Well, I mean, the supernatural is what they really want to call the thing, and it's a whole kind of organizational work. But yeah, it's technically demons can be around. Falcone killed a few, didn't you? Falcone.
Alright, spaced out for a second.
It's okay.
What was it?
No, we were talking about demons in Spiral City, and he was going, well, yeah, there are demons like the supernatural and all, but Falcone, you fought some demons. You know they exist, don't you?
I am terribly aware that the fact that demons are real. But yes, I've fought a few.
Yeah,
No,
you see?
no unicorns yet, though.
But I think we'll eventually find the unicorns. Yeah, Alistair and Falcone, you both know at this point you're gonna take you're taking the junction up to Lance's house. So with a little bit more less fanfare, you guys just silently drive on through to the last bit and make it to Lance's house, which is in this very decrepit and put away spot in West Bay. As you guys approach the building, it seems like the interior hasn't changed much at all. I'm going to make an event roll to see if
Sure.
the wolf has returned from his adventure. No.
Well, they would see the APC outside.
Yes, you would see Lance's APC, so he's home. And then I'm going to make a roll for Lance to see if he's back from his trip. You'll need to roll.
Did I not do?
Hmm?
Oh, you want to roll it?
You can roll it for me, but hold on. Before you do, you're going to need to roll a 30 because you were in Silver Realm, and for every day that's like gone further, you get a 10 off. So it's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 days. Okay. Go ahead and roll. You need to roll under a 75.
63.
So technically Lance would have been out of the Silver Realm when Falcone approaches. So Lance, you're still at home wearing the suit, and the wolf has now returned, as you heard the bunny tell you about what he was doing.
So you guys can get free shit from IKEA.
I mean,
Hold
on. We're trying, yeah.
I mean, couldn't you just take a gun and have a fire sale go on?
Lance,
That's how my dad got the bed I slept in.
Lance, we don't want to draw attention to ourselves. We're kind of like large, not human people.
And you see me having a problem with that?
Falcone and group exit the car and walk over to the not-existent door, as you can hear the conversation in the inside.
I'm just saying.
Knock, bloody knock.
Huh? She pulls out a piece.
Oh.
I'll pull their heads out.
No, I know these guys. Hello, Falcone.
Lance,
Lance,
Nero.
have I interrupted a pet?
1 second, I'm sorry. When you say knock knock, you only look down the large hallway that leads to a far back wall, but Lance walks out of the kitchen area, which leads it from a small inlet. He walks out into the hallway so you can see him. Lance, when you walk out into the hallway, you see at the entrance Alistair, Nero, and Falcone. I'm sorry, continue the scene, please.
Hello, Nero. Falcone. Oh, hey, Al, what are you doing here? If I knew you were going to come here, I would have set the good china out.
Is that
Oh,
is it in taking notice of Bunny?
No, you guys
I
can't
see you have a
her.
guest over.
You
Wait, what?
Yeah, you can't see her just yet, but you would hear.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I would hear her.
Yeah.
Were we interrupting something?
no, nothing at all.
From the looks of it.
I was having some spiritual guidance with the Silver Wow. I must be talking to myself. Anyway, what can I do?
Getting high now.
Do you approach the people in your door? You're down the hallway.
Yeah, so he's going to approach over. So I suppose you're here.
The group notices Lance is still wearing the golden outfit.
So do we have any way to restore you to your former glory, or what?
I mean, with the fragment of the silver sun, the white hole sun, I could find someone who's a hero, and maybe they could put me back together. I don't know anyone who could do that.
Lance, I think you do know somebody.
No, I actually don't. Canonically, Lance was out cold, and he could not tell that Sun was using his healing magic. So, that's delirious.
Does Alistair even know what Sun can do, or what?
Everyone saw Sun do it but Lance, apparently.
Yeah, because, again, you said I was in and out of delirious state. He barely get words into him.
Oh, right. Oh, you're delirious? Okay, then I'll just say flat out. Why not ask, can't Sun fix you up?
Sun? Why would Sun be able to fix me up?
Well, according to him and Seinrich, it wasn't for them, you wouldn't even be here.
Well, that's really charming and all, but we have other business to get attended to, Lance. Nero walks through
Fine.
the portal of your
Line,
doorway.
that demon. Line, that demon. Hold on. Lance takes out the White Horse Sun fragment, the White Horse Soul pieces, and his eyes begin to go, both his irises torn silver as he's like, all right, give me a second. Lucky for you, I was talking to the big man earlier, so got some tips and tricks of how to control this thing better. And begins to extend his hand out to try to begin to create the image. Let's see. First, I need to remember what the demon looked like. Get the image into my hand and project it into the fragments.
Spend 2 AP.
I have 10 AP again, right?
Yeah, you're at max.
Yeah, so I'm at 10, so that puts me at 8. First, I conjure up the image of the beast.
And as you
I'll
do
be right
so,
back. I gotta
remembering
get her medication.
Yep, no worries. As you do so, Lance, you're able to create a silver portal that slowly appears in front of the 3 Anima users. You guys, Falcone, Alistair, and Nero can't see Lance anymore from the other side. What the? Lance, what the fuck are you doing?
Give me a second. I'm still here. I'm just making the image for you right now. As he begins to with his hand.
Hold on. Nero looks over at Falcone. Did you know he could do this?
No, but I imagine a intelligence score of 4 is a gateway to many abilities some will consider unnatural.
Son of a bitch. He looks dumbfounded. Son of a bitch.
If I really wanted to, I could skip half the game for Fallout 2 for being this dumb.
You could, you really could.
So, Lance, you materialize the location of where this demon is currently hugging. Falcone, you get to see it for the first time. The large creature in Caribbean hugging this waterway and being so massive that it has like 3 or 4 bodies hovered around its little hovel. The camera panels out to show you that it's underneath the Caribbean bridge.
Well, it's an interesting sight for a grave, but who complain?
Yeah, just give me a second. I'll get it still in an instant. And Lance begins to use the power to teleport them directly right there at the demon.
I put on my glasses in accounting. Alright, so how many people are you teleporting? Yourself and?
And the group.
1. So.
Alright, what about the supplies in the truck?
That's 8.
The what now? Hold on. The what now?
Yeah, I brought a truck that can fit all of us, I think.
Wait, hold on. I don't think I can. Can I stop this right now?
That's 16 AP you don't have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, let's save our magic for when we're fighting the demon.
I mean, even if I could do it, Falcone, even with my full body, I wouldn't be able to teleport all of us. At best, one.
Who the hell asked you to teleport anyone?
It saves on gasoline, trust me.
Yeah, well, the church is paying.
That's the only reason why I haven't actually been recording it. He's not fucking wrong.
We just write this up as a job, and they'll pay for it.
Haven't you been wondering why only Lance's truck has been the only thing I've been recording?
Because he's from West Bay and you can't have shit in West Bay?
That's one, but most importantly is because Falcone and Nero don't need to pay their gas bills. They just go up to a gas station and just fill it up. The Cardinals...
we'll just show them a cross.
No, they don't have crosses. It's more like a cross of guns.
Well, yeah, you didn't let me finish, now did you?
True. Sorry. Go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Oh, no, I'm quite done.
Anyway, going on from that then, how are you guys... So, Lance, you can't teleport everybody, so you're going to go join these guys to go demon hunting.
Yeah, Lance is like, yeah, all right. Besides, I'm not gonna go teleport myself in front of a hell beast.
Are you sure? It's actually pretty in character.
No. Look, I've been to the realm of Silver and oh man, what
When you
experience
try to
that
say the
fucking
world
was.
of silver, the realm of, and you just mutter up. Celestial knowledge
Oh,
cannot be shared.
All right, I'm sorry you're having a stroke, Lance, but we got better things to do. When we get back, I'll get you some nice applesauce.
I don't think that'll work for him, Nero. He whispers. I mean, look at the place he lives in.
yes, I noticed I live in this place. Thank you. I was raised in this
Bitch,
place.
you live like this?
The closet door opens. Hey! Get the fuck out!
And look, you got strays in here too. Do they have the charts?
Give me a second. Lance like reaches over like some ruined boot. Get out of here!
Hey, please.
That damn things.
No.
Anyway,
Wait, have I seen the other two characters in here yet?
no.
No, Bunny reveals herself though. Who are these guys?
Oh, see, there's another one.
With bunny ears and a cowboy outfit and a rather large revolver on her hip.
Lance, am I interrupting something?
No, it's not like that.
Nero analyze.
Wait, that's the unusual shot, you Lance.
No. Hold on.
Oh.
It looks like a bunny to me.
I know it looks like a damn rabbit. Why is it like 7 foot tall and have a gun?
It's not 7 foot. It's boss.
I said like.
It's more like.
I'm a little bit drunk, all right.
That's fair. You did get a little sloshed before you got here to Lance. She's more like 4'5", my friend. A little short thing.
It was really good alcohol.
Well, the heels make me 6'1". He got it right. I mean, technically, yeah, but shush. Bunny holds out her finger.
Don't shush her when she's telling the truth.
No. Bunny holds out her finger to shush Nero.
I'll bust you down the choir, boy.
So anyway, what are you guys doing with Lance?
I need his ability to punch things very hard, and he owes me for at least 2 separate occasions.
Okay, well, Lance, before you go, here, she hands you 3,000 gold.
Why are you handing me money?
Because you need to pay rent.
I'm going in the complete opposite direction from
Have one of
City
these
Hall.
guys drop you at a mailbox or something. Figure it out.
Why don't you pay the damn rent?
Because I am a 4'5" anthropomorphic bunny that I can't get out of this place.
Well, you should have made better life choices.
She pulls out a revolver.
Hold on, everyone. Give me a second.
Oh, sister. By all means.
Hold on. Hey, everyone. Calm the fuck down. I got a solution for this. Does anyone have a phone?
I mean, if Alistair was here, he would say, I put on my Alistair mask. Yeah, I have a phone, Lance.
I just pass it over real quick.
Lance, why do you need my phone?
I'm gonna call Maurice.
Who's Maurice, Lance? Should I have a gang member's number on my phone?
No, I'm not gonna save.
You don't save it as a gang member. You save him as like a nun or something. Cops never check that. Trust me.
I don't want to get implicit for any of Lance's crimes.
You and I both know it's far too late for that.
I am. For fuck's sakes, people, give me a second. I'm trying to call the solution to this problem right now. Lance calls up Maurice.
Hold on, you weren't given the phone. Dial it back a bit. I can't give it to you because it's not my character. It's a Loon, so I can't really go forward with the scene until Loon gets back.
I mean, to be fair, it's not prostitution if you got a camera.
I will shoot the voice.
In between the eyes.
Right between
all of you.
Bang. But yeah, only Alistair can really let you decide to get the conversation. So let's walk around that for right now, Danny, while we wait.
Okay. Is there a way I can use the White Horse Sun fragment like a makeshift phone?
You have to be aware tapping into it. You can only tap into it a certain amount of times a week.
Do I know how many times that limit is?
Yes, you did it once already. To talk to
Yeah.
Michael. You only have two more instances of just using its powers. One level 2 and one level 1.
We'll have to discuss later what those mean for me.
Essentially, just what kind of grade of energy, like what kind of grade of manipulation you're trying to use.
Oh, so if I ran out of these manipulations, does that mean I can't tap into GSS?
No. You can still tap into GSS. You still have the
Okay,
limit of
I'm
once a
back.
week. Welcome back.
Still limit to 1 a week. Gotcha.
Yep.
Alistair Lance needs your phone.
Yeah, I need to make a call real quick.
Well, go right ahead.
Thanks.
See, that's
And
why I couldn't give you the phone, Danny. I didn't know if he was going to give it to you or not. Alistair hands over the phone.
He makes a quick call, dial up to Maurice.
Lance, before you dial the phone, you need to make an intelligence check to remember Maurice's number. It is a DC 7.
Wait a second.
And you conjunction. Well, you didn't junction. So, Lance, you blankly stare at the phone, realizing you don't remember Maurice's number.
All right, fine. I guess I have to do it the hard way. Takes out the white hole fragment, kind of like holding it like an actual cell phone. Contact Maurice. And kind of like using its power to.
Alexa,
Essentially.
Whitehall son, play Despacio.
Playing Despacito.
Despacito.
But anyway,
No, it's Despacho because it's Spiral City, and we can't have things in Spiral City. Or specifically, it's West Bay.
do you want to use the level 1 or level 2 power?
Level 1. It's just a quick small exchange of words. It's not like I'm trying to get like a space age face to face
You
with him.
open a portal in front of yourself. It's a smaller one, like a mirror, and it connects you to a silver paneled screen, and then it appears once again as this immediate surroundings of where Maurice is, who sits suddenly the fuck back because he was taking a shit. And you hear blunk, blunk, blunk. What the fuck happened? Lance, what the fuck?
You were just gonna laughing my ass off. Lance looks up like, hey, Maurice, sorry for catching you. Give me a second. I'm sorry for catching you on the shell. I need a favor.
Oh, you already did me a favor. I was kind of backed up there. I was like 20 minutes just trying to push it out.
Didn't need to know that. Look, mate, I need you to stop by my place.
It smells like terrible in here, Lance. Hold on, give me a second. You guys are... What was that last? I didn't hear you.
I need you to stop by my place.
Why the hell would I stop by your place, Lance?
Because you're gonna find in the mailbox $7,000. And you're gonna take that. Yes, listen. You're gonna take that $7,000. $5,000 of that needs to go to pay for my rent. The $3,000 you can pocket for yourself.
Say less. He hangs up.
Okay, Bonnie, give me the $3,000.
She hands you the $3,000.
And Lance would go to his mailbox and puts his $5,000 into it. Okay, Bonnie, I need you to keep an eye on this mailbox. If you don't see a man with a mechanical arm, with dark skin complexion, walk by
Maurice
and open this thing.
Maurice pulls up in a white Escalade car. Hey, what's going on?
What the?
Hey, I heard you needed me to do you a favor, brother, so I drove by as fast as I could.
My dad once needed you to drive him straight to the fucking hospital once, all the way to Travail, and you barely came in time for him.
Well, you see, the difference about you and your dad is you're not actually a piece of shit like he was, and you're willing to pay for my half of the transportation fee, which is plenty enough dollars for me to go over here.
Yeah, take the fun. So take the money and get to town hall. And tell them that I paid my fucking rent.
Oh, you're gonna pay rent? You know, I wonder
Yeah.
if there's a legality behind me paying it for you.
If anyone has a fucking problem, just tell them that I'm willing to break their face in for it. I'm paying my fucking due diligence as a citizen of this fucking this hellhole we live in, Maurice. I don't give a shit if they have a problem with it. Lance gets into Lance is walking over to Falcone's call. So you gonna do it for me or what?
Well, I mean, no shit, I'm gonna do it for you. I mean, I'm gonna get paid, so give me the money.
It's in the mailbox.
Why the fuck would you not just? He takes out the mailbox and takes it for himself. Hey, boss, you said 3,000 for your rent, right?
5,000 for the rent.
5,000 for your rent. Okay.
Lance grabs him by the scuff. 5,000.
You don't want to try to intimidate Maurice. He's family friends. He wouldn't try to.
Yeah, I know, but I know. Lance is like, look, I know you're friends and family. I just want to make sure 5K of that goes to my rent, 3K goes to you. I've been having quite a while since the last time we saw. If you haven't seen the suit,
So give me 1 second.
the mere fact that you haven't even asked about it kind of insults me. Hello?
Sorry, no, sorry,
Mhm.
sorry. I was just making a message to somebody. So, yeah, no, look, man, I'll pay your bill, don't worry, and I'm gonna pocket the 3,000 for myself. I'll get you a receipt and everything.
I even gonna ask about the suit, where I've been for these past couple of months.
You paid me
Why
lads, you're paying me a lot of money, and I don't need to ask questions. If you paid me any less, I probably would ask you a question or two. But in my line of business, I'll pay your rent and I get my money. Enough said.
Damn, Maurice, you're cold. I thought you were family friends. But
And I'm out. And he gets in the white Escalade and drives off.
that's just like, that's a tear in his eye. Son of a bitch. Falcone, get us the fuck out of here.
Yeah, about bloody time. All right, everyone, pile in.
Wait, before we do that, Lance, are you prepared? Do you now want to go to a convenience store just in case?
I'll be right back. As Lance takes like a small walk around the block.
I'm coming with him. That's why I asked that.
Yeah.
Hey, Falcone, do you want to go to the convenience store?
No,
You sure,
Oh, Neo knows about it.
you sure you don't need any healing items?
we've got healing items in the van, and I've got some on myself.
Hey, he's got a point. We'll be in the car then. You two have a good time. Hey, Falcone, I got a game for you. So do you think, how soon do you think Lance is gonna fuck this up? Turn 1, turn 5, or turn 10?
Turn 7.
Whoa, spicy number. Lance, you hear this as you walk away.
Yeah.
I like long shot odds.
They don't say. Neat. Crown thorns upon my head. Lance is walking.
Don't
Well, how's the-
blaspheme.
Wait, hey, hold on. How's the thing go again? Thorns upon my head.
Crown full of dread.
Like Lance is trying to mimic the whole mime because he thinks that miming helps out with getting the store now.
Damn,
I
wow, I
have
have a
no
lot of
idea
things.
what he's on about.
Yeah, sorry. Horns upon my head, crimson eyes of dread, prepare for your demise. The wrath of hell arise.
Wrath of hell. When Lance says the whole line, he's like, "Hey, Elsa, what was the convenience store?"
Alistair would have done it correctly and walked around and picturing convenience store, how convenient it would be to have a convenience store up here. And in the weird out bums of nowhere, convenience store appears. Spooking the random people around the area. Like, where the fuck did the storage come from?
Pick up some items.
As you guys approach the convenience store, are there any specific items you're trying to spawn?
Healing items and some novelty items.
Specific novelty item?
The Hawk Dog Challenge.
Okay. And, Alistair?
Just some HP, AP restoring items.
And this gun I found.
There want something to increase strength. Nah, I was just not built for that. But yeah, look at this item sheet. Do you anything that needs to be changed?
For me?
Yeah, is there anything I should know, like anything about his item sheet that needs to be fixed?
Let me look at, Alistair. Well, you have too many relics, but that's just your inventory somewhere else. Because when you carry as Reverie, the shield one, you have the police vest, bottled waters, potato wedges, riot shield. Where did you get the riot
Why
shield?
does Alistair have a riot shield?
I was gonna ask, where did you get it? Was that during the kaiju event?
I think so. As for the ammo orb, at one point I think Lance gave it to me, but then later, a different cutscene, the orb went back to Lance on its own, and I forgot to get rid of that.
No worries, you can go ahead and remove it. He's been carrying the cracked orb since. That's been stuck on Lance. Oh, the Anima orb. Yeah, you gave that to Lance, didn't you?
I thought it went to him. Oh, never. Oh no, I'm thinking of a different item. Never mind.
Yeah, no worries. You're thinking of the cracked orb. We're talking. I'm looking at your sheet, and it's the Anima orb, the one that can give a full res for AP.
Yeah, this is pretend. He left that back in his dorm.
Okay. I need to make another character. Oh no, there is a character sheet for Alistair's room. You can put that in there. Nuclear is no longer here, actually. I need to remove nuclear because I think you broke it down, if I'm not mistaken.
He didn't break it down. I asked him to solo off.
Yeah, it's sold then. Here we go. I updated your room just to have the pistol and whatnot, so you can feel free to mix around stuff. It seems like you have a decent amount of healing items already on you. Water bottle heals 1/4. There's 3 of them. 1/4 plus 2. Sorry, 2 per 2 level. So it's 2 per 2 level. Yeah, the water bottles each only have 1 use. The potato wedges are double use. And same principle with a +2 thing, so I'm just gonna copy paste. Copy paste. Riot shield is fine. 1 use each, half, that's fine. You just refix this and read this as heals 1/2 AP plus 8, 2, 4, 6, no 6. Did I make it 6? Hold on, what was it? I'm sorry to hang up everybody.
I should be the one apologizing. I just wanted to make sure this shit is nicely sorted out.
For 2 level. Yeah, this tea is a lot stronger than. Oh, it's a fancy tea, that's why. I don't know if you still have this infused water.
I don't think I ever used it.
Where did you even get it?
Probably from a past convenience store trip.
Well then, Alistair, you have a lot of items on you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Basically, you're at 7 items out of 10.
And I guess I want something to
Actually,
boost my.
what is your power stat? Hold on, because that's more indicative of your inventory speed, like inventory selection. What is your power stat, Mister? Oh, your strength is 4. Never the fuck mind. I'm not gonna do that to you. Yeah, I'll say you have 10 item slots like everybody. I'm not gonna do that idea. So yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, you have 7 items in your inventory.
I guess I want to buy something that'll temporarily buff my defense.
Okay, you want temp items. Okay, I can do that. And before we go in, just do this real quick.
Falcone, it seems you need to check your engine. Oh, you don't say. It seems the tape fell off. He tapes it over to check the engine, blinking light.
Okay, so I updated your character sheet to reflect right. I like the joke. You guys walk into convenience store, Lance and Alistair. How much money does Alistair have?
Would you like to know, Ed boy?
The mouth. What is it?
Let's see. So I have the 5,771 gold, and then I roll under it. The 52 I got from Plus Arms.
Don't forget the 13 grand you got from the. Well, actually, no, you didn't get the full 13 grand.
He
Yeah.
wasn't involved. He hasn't even gotten paid from the Ranger yet. If he even was to get any, remember he came at the last second to all of that.
No, you would not be paid for it. You were there. You were just there at the near ending of it.
Yeah, he kind of didn't have to because Juniper finished the job. Bless her heart.
Okay, convenience store.
Now wait a minute, that has a different meaning where I'm from.
Wait, what?
What?
I'm gonna have to update this to per 1,000.
Convenience store.
I had to update this, but to fit some of the scaling that I need to, in terms of like fucking pricing. So what you walked into the store with 10,000?
Yeah.
Okay, because you walked into the store with more than 5,000 gold on you, the store takes a way more elegant look, and it's way more ritzier and way more expensive.
8 grand on me.
You don't have 8 grand on you. You gave it to fucking this man.
No, I made 13 grand plus 13 grand off the payday. This place, this event, remember? So I took 5,000 off. I still have 8,000.
Okay. Both of you
Well, 8,600.
walk into a convenience store with more than 5,000 gold in hand. The store turns into a regal store with hanging chandeliers and red plush carpets. And even the store owner, even the store guy is like in a black tuxedo. He goes, "Whoa, what the heck? This never happened to me before." Hello there, welcome to the convenience store.
I see you're just as new as this as we are. When did you get redecorating?
I don't know, actually. I've never had this happen before.
Or, wait, so this only happens if you enter West Bay? Poor fuck.
No, I don't think it's by location. Maybe something to do with how much money you guys carried in?
Well, I got 8 grand on me.
That's a lot of money. Why are you buying at a convenience store?
We need healing items.
I need healing.
Also, I want a hot dog.
Oh, okay. With everything being jacked up in, hold on, with everything being jacked up in price, the quality of them give you a flat +3 to bonuses for healing, AP, or HP effects. So that's a +3 that stacks on. as part of how
Oh, yeah.
ritzy. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, sorry, that's plus 3, plus 5. What would you guys like to buy?
Let Lance go
Me, my
first.
hot dog. Give me my hot dog. Yeah.
Okay, well, we do have this gourmet West Bay hot dog.
You can't put gourmet and West Bay in the same sentence.
Well,
It's physically impossible.
the convenience store was able to create the materials for this divine grand slam of a West Bay hot dog. I can sell it to you for the outrageous price of 1,250 gold pieces.
Slams at the counter, gives him his card. You know that meme, right? Well, the guy slams his hand onto the table and hands the credit card over.
Okay, he hands you the hot dog, Gary.
Okay, give me a second. Let me reduce my money again. Now I'm down to 7,400.
Received novelty hot dog from West Bay.
I'm gonna eat it right away. I want its benefits.
Crap. It's a West Bay hot dog, so for a single fight within 24 hours, for the first 5 turns, you get 2 decisions. You get 1 more decision, so you get 3 decisions per turn.
Wow.
Okay. I'll also write this down. I ate a hot dog from West Bay. How many more hot dogs do I need to eat?
Where have you ate so far, Danny?
That hot dog from this place didn't count, so there was another hot dog this Edmund gave me. What did Edmund buy that hot dog? Was it gridiron? Yeah, it had to been gridiron.
Yes, it was a gridiron hot dog.
Yes, the 5-pound hot dog from Gridiron.
It was a fat wiener.
That's some thick meat.
Lance likes thick wiener.
Well, he just ate another hot dog. I mean, you say gourmet, but it's just a hot dog with ketchup and
No. This West Bay hot dog, because the fanciness of like the store, it's toasted buns, buttered, garlic, salted, sea salted. It has all the combinants you want,
I'll be right back.
you want, and then some. Sorry, Evie, I don't mean to take all the time up, but yeah, it just gives you 3 decisions next turn, like next 5 turns.
5 turns in the pie. Gotcha. So Lance eats it up. So about that whole thing of like advertising something,
We'll get to you in just a moment. Alistair, what do you want to buy?
Anything that temporarily increases max AP?
Ooh, that is a rather expensive purchase, as when you look down the aisle, they're specifically behind like glass wall, like glass panels, but they're like specifically named like one-time use like buffs, stat buffs, and there are some really nice like weird jars with different color fluids. Eventually, your finger would come across the what was it you were looking for? Max AP. It would glow like a blue wisp in a bottle.
Well, unknown color.
Well, I mean, with anima power, it's been narratively blue.
Wait a minute. It's not from another animal orb thing, is it?
No, not another anima orb thing. This is supposed to be the physical representation of like an anima energy to temporarily enhance yours.
Okay.
If you're interested in purchasing it, these typically sell for 2,500, but because of the ritziness of the store, it goes all the way up to 4,500.
How much mean they'll temporarily up my defense then?
The same price, 4,500.
All stat boost. All on that price, I guess.
Correct. Oh,
But
hold
then
on,
again,
Lance.
yeah.
You have +3 turns to the effect of the hot dog because of the ritziness of the area.
Oh, so 7 turns.
Yes.
Nice.
So you guys are learning now that going to a convenience store with a lot of money can provide bigger buffs.
Hey, Alistair, we should come back here when we have like 10 grand between us. You think the store's gonna change its look again?
Probably.
Okay, then if that's the case, you need
You
to
guys
tag along.
carried in your collectively 10,000.
No, if we both hold 10,000, that'll be
I'll make it.
20,000.
Yeah, the next money goal is 2,500.
You know what?
Wait,
How
what?
about this? The hot dog lens is 8. Can I have one too?
Sorry, one of those novelty items per area.
Wow, it's that rare, huh?
Only the food option, yeah. There's also the slushy cup as the other novelty item.
Tell me about the slushy then.
We've had everyone slowly make their appearances. We renamed one of the cups. I mean, Edmund's carrying the cups right now, aren't you? Where is Edmund's cups? Yeah, he has the Aedotar slushy and he has the Mile slushy. So that means the Cervantes district and the Gridiron district slushies were taken. The West Bay slushy would be the
Oh, yeah.
McKinley Heritage. It'd be like two large fists intersecting each other, and the straw in the center of the cross fist.
Yes.
So what? So what can they each? What can they all do?
There's only the
Oh,
one
this? Yeah,
slushy.
it was like this. I didn't see it.
The one slushy can provide you the following buff. In the nature of Lance, it will provide a bonus weapon die to your. It would enhance your power dice and give you an extra power dice according to your stat to help with any melee attack. This effect would happen for 5+ turns, included the +3 for
Because of the what's
because of +3 because of the ritziness. But yeah, essentially, whenever you melee, I'll take your power dice and make another die for free. That will roll for both accuracy and damage.
Gotta reload the area to get another glitzy.
So what would the Anatar drink do?
No.
Which one?
That doesn't exist here. Each district has a
Oh.
specific slushy.
Okay. So if I were to take this this lens themed one, the Ouster will to be better at melee.
Yes.
I don't know if that would be useful to him though, because
You
he's
have
not
a
exactly a
katana.
fighter. I do, but I don't have it equipped on me. That's another relic.
I was gonna say, like, can Lance drink it?
Danny, you already have a buff. I slap your hand.
Okay, fine. We'll give it to Falcone. God, the greatest irony. Hey, Falcone, you want to get stronger? Take a chug of me. Come on.
I'd rather eat the barrels of my shotgun.
Lance, the Lance slushy is just two fists crossing at each other at like a cross guard. It doesn't look like Lance, but it's called the McKinley Heritage.
So it's based off my grandfather.
Anyway, you want to buy the drink?
So you said it'll give Alistair next turn die. So I guess say if he were to shoot somebody, how would I help him?
Not
It
at
wouldn't.
all. It's a melee specific buff.
I'll pass. Alistair's definitely not a fighter.
No worries. Sorry, that's the only specific buff for novelty. Danny ate the only other one.
That's fine. Let's see.
As you guys continue to buy more items, I'll continue to add more novelties. There'll be a rollout for the people who currently are in
the
sponsors.
I'll just take the I'll just take the temporary 8p increase just to have something. I won't leave empty-handed.
Okay.
You said 45, right?
Yep, 4,500.
Okay.
Welcome back, Evie. Okay, I'm going to add it to your character sheet, and you can go ahead and remove your the money.
Oh, wait, I can just look at the convenience store. This is why we have convenience store menu. Let's see. Common. Uh, does the price change due to the richness of this place?
I haven't adjusted the build values for it just yet, so there isn't all the values for all the menu items. I had to adjust it because I didn't realize how much fucking money you guys are gonna carry so fast, so I had to switch it from 100 to 1,000, but the numbers aren't right, so I have to fix it later. So I need to adjust for inflation, is what I'm saying. Probably commons would be a lot more expensive, uncommons and rares to fit the 1,000 increase per base. Otherwise, the relic scraps would just be a little bit more expensive too.
Yeah, let's see.
Oh, since I got the AP max up, how much is that increase temporarily?
By 1 die for 5 turns. I'm writing it down in your character sheet. Don't worry.
Okay.
Uh, like, I just want to buy some bottles of water for Lance's AP healing.
Bottle of water.
Yes, the fanciest bottle of water you have available.
It's Defini.
Pulse, Pulse Spring. Not that Dasani shit.
Okay.
I pay for the atmosphere, and I pay for the quality, good soul.
Okay. So, you want to buy small healing.
Yes.
How many?
I want to know how much is one so far. So I can
One
make
is going
a
to run you. They are typically around 220. The 200, yeah, they're typically around 200, and with the inflation, they go up by, I want to say, to 375.
Yeah. So 370. Son of a bitch.
Not your son of a bitch, mate.
375 plus 375. Yeah, I could buy two.
Okay. I'll add it to your character sheet. Alistair, I updated your character sheet so you can update the math for your gold.
All right.
And Danny, I'm
Gold's
going to
been
do your
updated.
character sheet. Update the 2 water bottles.
Let's see. Mm, let's see. Anyway, I got my hot dog and I got some bottles of water. I stowed away. Is it too late to access? We can go back to the Travail Police Department. I kind of put the grenade launcher there.
No.
I thought so. Oh, I'm done shopping it. Yeah. Alistair.
Well, so am I.
Okay, Alistair, before you leave, you spent enough to buy to have a membership card. Do you want to enroll?
Sure.
Membership is free, and I'm gonna add your name to the list. Well, actually, no, I can't. You already have one player character involved, which is Gunvolt. So Alistair can't qualify. You already have one PC.
Okay, no problem.
Otherwise, let me just quickly add the bottle of water for Danny's character. And you guys leave convenience store to see that Falcone and Nero are still sitting in the truck waiting patiently, like the van waiting patiently. Well, where do you think they went?
It's not the convenience store.
Huh. I heard rumors about it, but I ain't never been there myself, have you?
Yeah, it's not much to get hyped about, I assure you.
Ugh. He rolls his eyes. And yeah, I updated your character sheet, Danny. Go ahead and update all the money you spent, because I still see you have 13,000, which you do not anymore.
Yeah, I know. I already updated it.
I'm gonna update your character. I'm gonna look at my seat one more time. You guys approached Falcone's car. I still see it says 13,000.
And we'll be. They said I already updated to say 6,650.
I still see it at 13,000. Try it one more time. And maybe it's delayed on my end. I'm gonna refresh my page. Because I see the same with Alistair.
7,000.
Yeah, I updated mine as well.
Okay, I just resetted mine. where
Wait, did I say 6? Or did I say 6 or 7 then?
You
6.
said 6.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, your character still says oh wait, that loaded incorrectly anyway, but it still says to me 10K. Just go ahead.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see 6471 on my end.
Just go ahead and go ahead and message me, message your current cold totals over the Discord, just so I have it there too.
Okay.
That goes for you too, Dance. Yeah, it's not updating for me, so I'm just rather you guys just type it in there and I'll have it there. Anyway, you both rejoin with Nero and Falcone. About bloody fucking time you guys made it back.
Look, I can't walk fast when I'm full of blizzard.
We all set? Can we go now? Does anybody need to be? Anybody else?
I'm all set.
Damn it, you.
Lance,
I'm waiting. Hey,
did you go to the bathroom?
I think the suit takes care of that.
The suit does not take care of it.
It's not Cortana. It doesn't stroke you off.
All right.
I haven't
leave
given
them
that
then.
shot. I haven't given it a try yet.
Wait, I didn't even know this.
Anyway, you guys begin to make your travel towards Caribbean, and we're going to have a Monster Mash. The stream after. No, the next stream is going to be the D&D horror Halloween event. But after the Halloween event into November is when we'll have the group reach the demon. It's going to be a hell of a road trip. I hope you're all ready.
I'm not. I want off this wild ride.
Because canonically, you have to think Lance, Alistair, Nero, and Falcone are all going to be in a van, and then they get phased out of reality for Halloween event and come back to it. Like it never happened. Almost like it never happened, but you also get money and free items. Because we're running a little later into the session than usual, and I want to wrap things up so we end on a
Yes.
proper note.
Meanwhile,
Yeah, we have the three of you guys together. Evie,
Yeah.
we touched base that you and
I don't know.
yeah, you and Anatar reunited, got the Cimarillas, and you decided that you were going to go to Falcone's church.
Yep.
Right. Well, Brother Timothy is still there to do the services, so we're going to have you basically decide the same Wednesday while Father Falcone's out to make your way once again to the Travail Church. So for you, how would you travel there? You can also call a cab or take the bus.
It's gonna take a bus.
Okay. That'll take a little bit longer, but we'll walk you through the bus sequence the next stream and basically ad-lib you towards Falcone's church. So next stream, well, the stream after, sorry. The stream after, because I really, unless you guys don't want to do a Halloween event, I actually haven't asked. Do you guys want to do a Halloween thing or just continue the roleplay normally?
I'm good with Halloween.
Yeah, your previous event is. I said your previous event was great. I want to see what kind of creativity you have for this one.
Okay, Edmund. And
It doesn't matter. I'm either or.
and then
It'll be
Chaos.
Edmund's first event.
That would be my second.
All right, you're in plus arms.
And Kalis, how do you feel?
That he's talking to his roommate.
Yeah, I guess. So,
You are done?
I'm fine. We'll continue on with the event then. It doesn't seem like there's any protest or anyone has any against it. So next week will be a Halloween event. After that, we'll continue the plot as such, with Lance and group driving their way to Caribbean and Edmund making his way to Falcone's church to have the sermon with Brother Timothy. Any I know it wasn't a quite eventful session with a lot of fanfare as we were having Novus Arc, but how do you guys feel about today's session?
Hey, it was also a big event, so we need to like ease into like we need to like ease into whatever comes next. I think it's fine.
Yep, you just gotta ease into it.
Yeah.
All was said and done. A lot of shit we did together.
Uh, did anyone have any personal gripes or issues with any of the current scenes that happened?
No, I'm sure me and you could have a scene by ourselves before the next, on the before the Halloween stream where we can talk what Lance talked with
Michael? Yeah,
this yeah.
no worries. Actually,
Yes.
it'll play a little bit more to the role play that it's kept ambiguous. Otherwise, anything else from anything else anyone want to voice as comments or concerns? This is a wrap up, so this is just me checking in
Not
before
in
we're done.
particular for me.
What does Lance hunt the Malzanos?
You'll die trying. If not, and if you guys all enjoyed yourselves, then I hope that you guys can be excited for the Halloween event. I spoiled it earlier, earlier, or in any of the bigger details, but I have mentioned going to be an AU alternate universe, where the tech isn't going to be as high as it is in Spiral City. It's going to play more on cheesy 70s, no, more on cheesy horror films of the 80s and 90s. So you guys will still have access to your animas, and I plan to make it a sort of Spiral City, not Spiral City. Enter the no, sorry, what's it called, Dan? The
Into the
card game you
Spider
like.
Verse. Oh, never
Enter the
mind.
Spiral.
Enter the Spire. Thank you. Kind of like Enter the Spire sense, where I will create just a few branching paths for you guys to decide between, and each spot will have an event. And from there, you guys can decide what you want to do. So, for example, there will be like a starting area, and then you can choose to go to the graveyard, or you can go to the right side of the manor. There aren't going to be like keep you locked in those places. They'll just be like quick events, like, oh, you went to the graveyard. Each player now makes a dexterity check to hear the noise around the graveyard. Or if you guys want a group to sneak through the graveyard, or whatever interaction you guys want to do to get through the graveyard. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Lance punches every single gravestone that gets in his way.
It's sort of a group choice that everyone has to agree to. Everyone collectively punches the stones. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like Lance is the only one who rolls natural 12, but everyone who rolls too low. Come on, guys, gotta keep up with me. These gravestones aren't gonna kill them.
So I won't try to tie down combat for too long, too. For whatever combat happens, I will compensate for defeating the combat fully or not give any rewards if you are wiped out. There will be only 3 combats before a boss, and there will be events sprinkled in between. I don't plan for you guys to make it to the end. I'm going to say it straightly. I only write it as long as I did because I want to make sure you guys have content. I will reward you each step of the way and give you compensation for completing each of the small events and completing each of the fights. The fights will take place in a Final Fantasy turn-based style where you don't have to worry about where you're positioned. Rather, it's just going to be turn-based. That's just to help for ease of time and effort, and that you guys don't feel boggled down by choices.
Okay.
How does that all sound? Does everything sound like kosher?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, with that little teaser and with more to come in my future streams, because I like to always talk about Overarm as much as I can in my other moments, I will continue to reveal what little elements I can before the actual reveal. I will say that for this year, I have considered a really nice theme that I think could go great with an idea that I was given. So I'm gonna, work pot that and warlock it. I hope you guys enjoy the Halloween event.
Okay.
with that, I hope you guys also have a good night because I know it's getting late. Thank you so much for tuning in, everybody, and I hope everyone has a great day tomorrow. You guys can always,
Thank
you the
you.
players can always message me if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns.
Got it.
Thank you for always tuning in and playing with me, guys.
No problem.
Have a great night, everyone.
You too.